Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to another presentation of high school baseball on the Region Sports Network, online at regionsports.com. We come to you today from Hobart High School as the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers present the Hobart Brickies taking on the Andrean 59ers in an NCC showdown. My name is Nathan Laird. I'll have the play-by-play for today's game, and joining me with the color analysis is Tom Branken. Good afternoon, Tom. Thanks for joining me today.
Good afternoon, Nathan. Glad I could. It's a great day for baseball out here. Beautiful out.
A late regular season game, one of the final two conference games in the NCC, back-to-backs between Hobart and Andrean. Today, Monday, tomorrow, Tuesday, they'll be at 5959 Broadway to close out the conference season. But now it's time for our national anthem. We'll get back to that conference schedule. Our national anthem, as I was mentioned before we took that little break. Both teams in their final two conference games of the year, both with identical 8-2 records in the NCC, trailing only Munster, who's 9-1. So one of these two teams, if they want to share, at the very least, share the conference title, or maybe even win it outright, they're going to have to sweep this series and get some help from the Highland Trojans, who have Munster today and tomorrow.
Yeah, Highland hosts Munster today. I'm not sure who the pitchers are, but they've got Clay Keltner and Jordan Petty. The two of them have been throwing the ball really well lately, and Highland's found their bats. So it's possible that Highland can knock off Munster in one of the two, which would give them two losses. And if somebody were to sweep this series between Hobart and Andrean, you'd have to tie. So,
right, and even if Highland is able to pull off that two-game sweep as well, one of these two teams could win it if they win outright. That's asking a lot for the Highland Trojans, though. It's a pretty good Munster ball club.
Yeah, really good. But yeah, anything can happen in baseball. That's why you got to play the games, and it all comes down to pitching matchups. And it's possible. It's a fun last week of the season here in the NCC.
As Tom mentioned, the last week of the regular season, the sectional draw is tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock Central Time. As soon as that's released, we'll have that up on our Facebook page at facebook.com/regionsports. We'll have the full brackets for all the local sectionals, so stay logged on for that information on Tuesday morning as it comes out. Region Sports Network coverage of high school baseball on the internet at regionsports.com is underwritten by the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers, the MVP of MPGs, the Crowell Companies, your insurance superheroes. Berry Brothers, a tradition of quality and service since 1946. McShane's Business Products and Solutions since 1921. The Lake County Agents of Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Strack and Van Til, where fresh is more than just a word. Christensen Chevrolet and Highland, driving the American dream. Misprint in Munster and Hammond for custom print, design, and signs. Morris Baseball and Softball Center, providing elite instruction. The Randall K. Miss Accounting Group, putting the numbers to work for you. Jack's Warehouse, great entertainment for the whole family. Triple Crown Baseball and Softball Academy, where the All-Stars train. Langle's Pizza in Highland, Cherryville, and Crown Point. And by the Town Club Restaurant Steak and Seafood for over 65 years. It's just about time here for baseball from beautiful Hobart High School. We're going to have the Strack and Van Til starting lineups for both teams after this first pitch. Strike from Hobart starter Alex Badistatis. Chase Dawson at the plate for the Andrean 59ers. Again, we'll have that Strack and Van Til starting lineup momentarily.
He started with 2 fastballs. That second fastball for a strike, so he's got him down 0-2 here early.
The batting lineup for Andrean: Chase Dawson leads off and plays second. John Albamonte's in right. He hits second. Nick Potko playing short and hitting third. Kevin McCune, the catcher, is the cleanup hitter. Parker Huddle in center as that 0-2 pitch misses outside for a ball. He hits fifth. Noah Davis, the first baseman, hits sixth. Stone Brogan, the designated hitter, hits seventh. Clay Thompson plays left and hits eighth. And Justin Ruthroff is the pitcher. He hits ninth as Dawson hits a base hit to left field. Leadoff man on for the 59ers.
Yeah, that was a curveball that was up. He had him 1-2 after a waste pitch on 0-2 and had a curveball up, and Dawson just took it to left field, take it away.
The Strachan Van Til defensive alignment for the Hobart Brickies: 18-4 overall, 8-2 in the NCC. Luke Bajelic in left, Chris Johnson in center, KJ Haluska is the right fielder. The infield from third to first: Carlos Lamar, Tyler Kenjic, Mickey Wolf, and Donnie Parlock. The battery is Alex Batistatus, and Josh Ewells is the catcher. So your Strachan Van Til starting lineups for both teams, brought to you by Strachan Van Til, where fresh is more than just a word. The website is strachanvantil.com. Albamonte showed bunt on that first pitch, but it missed for a ball. He's showing bunt once again, pulls it back, but he takes that one for a strike.
Yeah, that was a buntable ball there, so he might have just been showing it just to see how they're going to rotate, maybe put something on the next one.
Takes a look at his wristband. Andrean really was one of the first teams of the era to use that number system that's so popular now. Swings away at that one, hits a fly ball to shallow center. That's going to fall for a base hit. So the first 2 hitters on for the 59ers.
Yeah, it was just a fastball down the middle that he just kind of looped out to center field, short of the center fielder. Yeah, it's funny you said about the wristbands, because I was over here with Highlands freshmen on Saturday morning, and Hobart's coach just was yelling him across the infield the whole time, and the Highland people weren't used to it as freshmen, and yet that's the way. I mean, probably 50% of the teams are doing it now. We
see it more and more. Andrean was really the first team in the area to use that system, as Nick Podkol now steps up to the plate. Bound for Notre Dame once his career at Andrean ends, going to play for the Irish.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. He wanted to change his helmet, though. He's got the Notre Dame gold helmets at Andrean. I believe Notre Dame wears the same ones. I know their hockey team does. I got to see them this year. I haven't seen the baseball team, though.
When was the last time we had two, as the runners take off on that bunt step? It's going to get away from third baseman Carlos Lamar, as Dawson's going to head home. He's going to slide in head first safely. So on the double steal attempt and the air, Andrean is on the board.
Yeah, that was a good throw. Third baseman just didn't handle it properly. And then the left fielder really didn't have much of a play at home. Could have gone right to third and got the out in front of him, went home, and that allowed the runner from first to get all the way to third.
So we're going to give that an error on the third baseman. Albamonte advanced to third. And 1-1 the count to Podkol. I was saying, when last time school sent 2 players from the same athletic class to Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's interesting. That'd be a good trivia question, actually. With Barajas for football and Podkol for baseball.
I can't remember really any from Northwest Indiana. It's now 3-1 to the number 3 hitter for Andrean. Catcher Kevin McCune is on deck.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, wonder if anybody does know that. Tweet us.
You can follow us on Twitter at the RSN. That's THERSN. As Podkol draws the walk, that breaking ball low and outside. So runners at the corner, still nobody out for the 59ers. They already got a 1-0 lead over Hobart here in the top of the first.
Yeah, I've had the opportunity to see Kevin McCune grow up a little bit. I used to bowl with his father, Gene McCune, PBA professional bowler. Kevin was throwing the ball in the bowling alleys better than most of the adults, I think, when he was in 6th grade. There's a ball, fastball away. Interesting how they'll pitch him here. First and third.
Got some numbers on the Hobart starter. He'll grab those.
Throw to first, just to show that he's paying attention.
The Hobart starter, Alex Badisadas. This is his 8th start of the year. Comes in with a 5-2 mark. 1.63 ERA heading into today's action.
Yeah, and so far he's got in trouble. He got a couple balls up in the zone. My guess is he probably lives down low, seeing that ERA, because he's not overpowering him necessarily with fastballs. It doesn't look like. He's probably a location pitcher. I haven't seen him this year.
Yeah, in 43 innings pitched, he has 27 strikeouts.
Yeah, so he's pitching to contact, and Chase Dawson, he had 0-2, 1-2, and then he got a ball up that he was able to poke into left, and even the second hit to center field wasn't a rocket.
Breaking ball misses high, 2-0 the count.
Now he's struggling a little bit. That curveball's rolling a little bit on him, coming out of his hand, so it's not got a sharp bite on it right now. Be careful pitching around him here. It's 2-0. You have to come to him eventually.
That one gets the outside corner of the plate, 2-1.
Came back with the fastball. Andrean hasn't tried stealing second base yet, so there's still first and third. No outs.
McCune fouls that one back. Count even at 2.
Another fastball on the outside edge. Yep. There's a good pitch. I'm always amazed at high school fields how 390 to center doesn't look that far compared to when you're at a major league park and it looks like it's 3 miles.
McCune hits a rocket to left field. That's going to get over. Budgeluck's head to the fence. 1 run is going to score. Dave Fisher is going to send the second runner from first base. He's going to score standing up. A 2 RBI double by Kevin McCune makes it 3-0 59ers.
Yeah, that was a fastball that Kevin just turned on and one hop to left field wall. That was a rocket. 2 RBIs for him. Both runners scored.
An early candidate for our Langle's Pizza play of the game.
Yeah, that was hit hard. If that had got a little bit of air, it might have got out of here, but he almost hit it too hard on a line drive.
So Albemonte scores from third. Podkel scores all the way from first. That'll bring up Parker Huddle. Still no outs in the inning. It's 3-0 59ers. Breaking ball gets the outside corner. Nice pitch there by Badisadas. It's 0-1.
Yeah, I think he needs to try to pitch ahead here. He got caught with Kevin McCune there because he was pitching around him early with first and third and throwing to first, throwing to third, and he ended up having to come back with a fastball down the middle.
Another strike, 0-2.
See what he comes back with here. Maybe a curveball off the plate. Oh, he went fastball up.
That one's well high, 1-2. Just ground ball hit to the second baseman. Wolf comes up cleanly, makes the throw over to first. For the first out of the inning, the runner will advance to third.
That was a good piece of hitting. The ball was away. He had 2 strikes. Just took it to the right side of the infield and advanced the runner from second to third. Did his job. Now you got a man on third with only 1 out.
We do have that courtesy runner as McCune, who hit that 2 RBI double, is the catcher. Evan Heilich is the courtesy runner over there at third base. As Noah Davis hits a pop-up right behind the pitcher's mound. Shortstop Tyler Kendrick comes up to make the catch for a quick second out.
Yeah, that was a good pitch right there. It was a fastball down, and he went after it on the first pitch, and he got a nice second out in the infield and not score the runner from third.
Coming up, Stone Brogan, the designated hitter.
Designated hitter, number 21, Brogan.
He's hitting for the third baseman, Luke Ganalski.
If you're Andrean or Hobart, if you get out of this at 3-0, not a bad inning. Get your legs underneath you and come up with the bats and try to make something happen on your side of the first.
First pitch strike once again by Badisadas, 0-1.
Seems like we get lots of runs in the first inning. We do these games together, huh, Nathan?
We had that 9-run first inning combined between Lake Central and Crown Point last week.
And I think we even we did Griffith Highland. I think we had 7 runs in the first inning, if I remember right. 4-3 maybe.
That was before Highland added 16 late in the game.
5th and 6th, yeah.
That pitch misses high, 1-2.
You know, in all those games, it seems like we get a crazy first inning, and then it settles down for about 3 or 4 minimum where nobody even gets on base, it seems like.
Swing and a miss for strike. Number 3, Stone Brogan goes down, swinging to end the inning, but Andrean does put up 3 runs. Big hit was the 2 RBI double by Kevin McCune. We're going to go to the bottom of the first. It's Andrean 3, Hobart nothing here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are proud to be contributing members of the community here in Northwest Indiana. Your local Chevy dealers also pride themselves on their commitment to help you find a vehicle of your choice at a Chevy dealer near you. Our website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. Once again, that's ChevyDriveChicago.com. We look forward to serving you. Chevy runs deep.
At the Crowell Companies, our customers are more than just numbers on a ledger or anonymous people who sign up online. Our customers are the families we see at the ball fields, the grocery store, and all around the community. That's because for nearly 50 years, the Crowell Companies have been part of the community right here in Northwest Indiana, offering personalized custom services that only a local company can provide. For home, auto, and business insurance, it's the Crowell Companies, 923-2131. And online at crowellinsurance.com. The Crowell Companies, home of the insurance superheroes.
And he smoked that one into left center, going the other way with it.
High school baseball action on regionsports.com.
Welcome back to Hobart High School. Nathan Laird and Tom Braken here with you on regionsports.com as the Hobart Brickies host the Andrean 59ers in NCC baseball action. Bottom of the first inning, it is 3-0 Andrean. We got the Strachan Van Til starting lineups for both teams. Again, brought to you by Strachan Van Til. Built around you for the homestanding Hobart Brickies. We'll have them after this first pitch from Justin Ruthroff. It's a strike to leadoff hitter Tyler Kenjic. Following him in the order will be Alex Batistatis. Luke Budgelik hits third and plays left. Donnie Parlex, first baseman, he hits fourth. KJ Hluska hitting fifth and playing right. Josh Yules is the catcher hitting sixth. Braden Nixich is the designated hitter hitting seventh. Carlos Lamar hits eighth and mans third base. And Chris Johnson is the center fielder, and he hits ninth. The Andrean defensive alignment after this 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses high. It's 2-1. The 59er outfield from left to right. Clay Thompson in left. Parker Huddle in center. John Alamonte in right. The infield from third to first after this pitch. Fouled down the right field line. Luke Kanalski at third. Nick Podkol's the shortstop. Chase Dawson at second. Noah Davis is the first baseman. The battery for the 59ers today, the pitcher Justin Ruthroff and the catcher Kevin McCune.
Yeah, Justin Ruthroff's a left-hander. He's got a lot of motion, a lot of legs and arms coming at us here.
So that one hits Kenjic on the foot. So he's going to head down to first base. Leadoff man aboard for the Brickies.
Pitcher, number 12, Batistatis.
So that'll bring up Alex Batistatis. Keeps hitting inside my stats. We got full Hobart stats. Coach Bob Glover Jr. keeps a great Max Preps page with all the information you need for his ball club right there online.
Yeah, that's nice to have.
Batistatis on the year hitting .392.
That's putting the ball in play there.
He's driven in 15 runs as well. He's got a 427 on base percentage. So he gets on from that number 2 position in the order.
Whoa, that was a little low and inside, but he got the call. Yeah, I saw an article the other day. How many times he's struck out? I got the feeling he puts the ball in play an awful lot.
He only has 2 strikeouts on the year.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And that's in 83 plate appearances. That pitch misses. It's 1-1. Luke Bajelic on deck for the Brickies. Pickoff attempt over at first. Kendrick's back in plenty of time.
Yeah, Nathan, get back to that. Sorry, that 2 strikeouts and 83 plate appearances is pretty amazing when you think about. That's an umpire not making a crazy call on you. That's just not being fooled or not having a great approach. That means he's must have his full attention every time he's up at the plate. That's awesome. And that ball just missed right there.
It's 2-1. Yeah, the Brickies as a team don't strike out very much. That 2-1 pitch misses as well. It's 3-1. Only 3 players with double-digit strikeouts on the year, and the high mark is 13.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. That explains why they're in the hunt for a conference title, and they're a team that thinks in sectionals they can make a run.
At 3-1 pitch misses for ball 4. So just like Andrean in the top of the first, Hobart's got the first 2 men on in the bottom half.
Yeah, you want to keep the line moving here. You got first and second, no outs. After giving up 3 in the top of the first, Hobart's got it going now in the bottom of the first.
That'll bring up Luke Bajelic, the left fielder. He's hitting .355 on the season, 16 RBIs.
Andrean, there's a lot of activity. Throw to first a couple times. That time he turned to fake to second base with men on first and second. If you're a base runner against Andrean, you got to pay attention. There's a pickoff.
Throw over to second. Kendrick and Sken back in time. Ruthroff really focused on Tyler Kendrick, whether he was at first. He made a couple throws over there. Now focused on him once he's at second. Fastball over for strike number 1 to Bajelic.
That was a good pitch, especially after, faking to second base, going to second base, and he comes back and throws a good strike low in the zone.
Ruthroff takes a look at second, takes a second look. Here's the kick and the pitch. Inside for ball 2. Nice stop there by McCune.
Yeah, that was a curveball down and in to the right-handed batter, and McCune did a great job squaring that up, making sure no runners are advancing on that pitch.
We're going to have a meeting at the mound for the 59ers.
So one of the things of these new facilities at Hobart, you're not lacking for trying to figure out where the scoreboards are.
Oh, it's straight ahead in
nice
center field.
Nice big scoreboard here.
It.
The football team, the football and track stadium's got a huge scoreboard and great sound system. And then you go inside to the main gym, they've got that TV screen that lights up the whole arena in there. They didn't chintz on their displays.
Nope, fantastic
nice.
Facilities here at the newer Hobart High School. Keep wanting to call it the new Hobart High School, but it's been a few years since.
Yeah, I tweeted out the other day just what I thought my personal rankings of the Northwest Crossroads Conference facilities were, and this was my number 1.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you.
Someone pointed out they don't have a swimming pool.
Yeah.
So that would be the only mark against it, but the rest of their facilities are amazing out here.
Yeah.
They did it right. You got 2 full-size baseball fields right here side by side. You
Yep.
could have two games at once, both quality fields.
1-1 pitch misses low. It's 2-1. And Ruthroff really concerned with the runners on base, and there's a reason why. Tyler Kendrick, who's on second, he's 8 for 9 and stolen bases on the year, and Batistadas 9 for 12. He's at first, so some speed on the base paths for the Brickies here to open the bottom of the first. 2-1 pitch in the dirt. 3-1.
Yeah, this is danger zone now. You've got no outs, 3-1 count to a good hitter with men on first and second. You try to be too fine there with the first 4 pitches, and now he's got to come back with something here.
Yeah, the first baseman, Donnie Parlock, on deck. He's a solid hitter in that number 4 spot of the order. Here's 3-1 pitch, well outside. It's ball 4. Bases are loaded with Brickies. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, if you're Hobart, this is a great start for your first at bat here. After giving up 3, you've got bags loaded, no outs, and your number 4 hitter up. And you've got a pitcher that's struggling a little bit with his control on the mound for Andrean. So see if he gets a good pitch, if he gives him the go here, if he's got him on a take trying to see if the pitcher can find the zone.
As I mentioned, Donnie Parlak is the hitter, 309 on the year. He's driven in 14. First pitch from Ruthroff to Parlak is a strike.
Yeah, he came back with a fastball on that first pitch just to try to pitch ahead. Yeah, I can't tell what the wind is doing. I don't see a flag.
And Ruthroff is well ahead on this one, 0-2.
Yeah, that one painted the outside corner. That was a good pitch.
And bases loaded with brickies thanks to a hit by pitch to open up the bottom of the first, then back-to-back walks by Justin Ruthroff. But he's ahead of Donnie Parlak, 0-2. That one misses high and outside, 1-2. On an absolutely gorgeous day for baseball. Today was one of those days where sitting in the RSN studios, you have no choice but to go to a game today.
Right.
with the weather being as it's. You got to take advantage of days like this, especially because it's going to drop in the 50s tomorrow. Parlak looked like he was going to offer at that one, but it just missed low, 2-2.
Yeah, it's a shame in Northwest Indiana that this is the last week of the regular season and we get this kind of weather finally.
Here's a 2-2 pitch from Ruthroff. High and outside, the count is full. He's in danger of walking home a run here.
Yeah, and he was ahead here 0-2 on this batter too. And he tried to get a little fine. We've seen this before with the high school kids. They get a little fine, and all of a sudden, then now he's, I wouldn't say behind the count because it's full count, but he's definitely not ahead like he was.
His big 3-2 pitch. Parlak hits a soft ground ball back to the mound. He's going to throw it to McCune at home plate for the force for the first out. That'll be the only out they get.
The third base coach is saying it came off of his foot or his leg. I couldn't tell from where we're at behind the catcher here.
So Kendrick is out on the base pass. He was the force out at home. Batisatis advances to third. Budgelik to second. Parlak at first. So one out. Bases still loaded for Hobart. Bottom of the first. They trail 3-0. First pitch to Haluska. The outside corner for strike number one.
That was an interesting play. McCune got all the way to the inside, was going to throw to first for the double play, and the Hobart runner was inside the baseline.
Breaking ball misses high, 1-1. There's a base hit to left. One run is going to score. Here comes the second run. Parlak's going to stay at second, but a 2 RBI single by KJ Haluska, and it's a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, it's a new game already in the first inning here. Just a good piece of hitting there. Get that to left field and score two. We still got first and second with only one out with a 3-2 game.
So the Brickies are responding here in the bottom of the first inning.
Next up, you got Josh Ewells, the catcher. We saw a lot of him in this past basketball season.
Ewells hits the ground ball to the shortstop. Potko over to second for one. And ball gets out of the second baseman, Chase Dawson's hand on the transfer, so the runner at second, Haluska, is out. But they don't have a chance to turn two there.
Number 8, Nixich.
Yeah, it would have been a close play, but Dawson just didn't have the handle on it. It was through the exchange, so he had the initial out. And the official called it right away and said it was on the exchange.
So runners at the corners for Hobart, 2 out. Braden Nixich is at the plate, the designated hitter. And 275 on the year. Ruthroff with the kick and the pitch.
That's a good pitch. He's living on that outside corner right now.
That's where he's had by far his most success here in this first inning.
Yeah, he's just staying out there, and his best pitches by far have been out on that outside corner.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one had some break on it, but it misses inside. 1-1.
And that was a good-looking curveball there. Real tight. Didn't pick it up out of his hand as a curveball.
Nixich, the number 7 hitter in the Bricky order. That one well outside. 2-1.
Yeah, when he's missed quite a bit.
Yeah.
Whether it was down and in when he hit the hit batsman or that pitch there, some of his 0-2 pitches have been way up.
2-1 pitch over for a strike. As Ewell's faked. We're going to have a courtesy runner, I think, no, that's Josh Ewell's, I'm sorry. Usually don't see the catcher running too much.
Yeah, he's got good speed, though, so I think they'd rather keep him out there. He was really leaning on that last one and faked like he was going.
Here's a big 2-2 pitch from Ruthroff. Breaking ball outside corner for strike number 3 gets Nixich looking. That will end the inning, but the Brickies answer. They score 2 of their own after 1 complete. It's Andrean 3, Hobart 2. You're listening to high school baseball on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Indoor Family Fun Center is proud to sponsor sports on the Region Sports Network. Jack's Warehouse has fun activities for all ages, including go-karts, bumper cars, sky trail, laser tag, and an arcade. Jack's even has glow-in-the-dark mini golf. Located next to Omni on Route 41 in Schererville, Jack's has 6 party rooms available for events and parties. For more information, the website is jakswarehouse.com and the phone number is 322-JAKS.
Hey, it's Tara for Christensen Chevy. Christensen Chevrolet is a local family-owned and operated Chevrolet dealership celebrating over 60 years in the community, serving all of Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland. If you stop in, you can see why families and businesses have put their trust in us for generations. At Christensen, we have an enormous inventory of new Chevys with all of your favorite models in stock, ready for immediate delivery, because that's the Christensen way. We're Christensen Chevrolet, proud sponsor of our great local high school athletic programs on Indy Boulevard in Highland, or visit ChristiansenChevy.com.
High school baseball action on regionsports.com.
We move to the top of the second inning here in this NCC Baseball Showdown on regionsports.com. Brought to you by the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers. The website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. My name is Nathan Laird. Alongside me is Tom Brankin. After 1 complete, it's Andrean 3, Hobart 2 here at Hobart High School. The Strike and Ventil scheduled hitters for Andrean in this inning: Clay Thompson, Justin Ruthroff, and then back to the top of the order with Chase Dawson. It's Alex Batistatis on the hill for the Brickies.
Well, we'll see if this stays true to form in the games you and I have had. Big first innings, and then 2 or 3 innings of no runs, a lot of zeros on the board. Then somebody takes over late.
Andrean with 3 runs on 3 hits in the top of the first inning. As Batistatis' first pitch misses for ball 1. Hobart answered with 2 runs on just 1 hit. They also have an error.
Now, I was just sitting here thinking, think about the Division I players that have come out of this conference in the last couple of years. More than you would think, being in Northwest Indiana. Traditionally, it hadn't been a hotbed, but I'm just thinking with Andrean, you've got Zach Ryan, who's at Georgia Tech doing big things. And then for Hobart, you've got Brandon Murray as a freshman at South Carolina. Saw Craig Dietelo from Munster at a big 3-hit game on Friday or Saturday.
We mentioned Nick Podkol's going to be added to that list, headed to Notre Dame.
And he's out of Purdue, but you have Jordan Minch from Highland, who's pitching for the South Bend Cubs, Class A. All out of this conference in the last 3 years.
Swing and a miss there by Thompson. It's 2-2.
And I bet if you asked most people, they wouldn't even think about it. You would think more kids came out of the other sports, but yet baseball in this conference has been pumping out D1 kids.
Well, and you're going to be adding to that list not only with Podkul, as Thompson follows that one back, but Cody Hosey from Griffith is going to be headed to Tulane once his career is over. Connor Manis from Munster going to Miami.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Northwest Crossroads can hold themselves up and be pretty proud of what's happening in baseball right now.
Thompson once again follows that one back. Well, you got 2 teams here who were sectional champions last year, and Andrean went on to win the 3A state title. Hobart advanced to the regional championship at LaPorte before falling to Lake Central in a great ball game that we had here on the Region Sports Network. That was a real good Hobart ball club last year, and they got to be considered one of the favorites to take that sectional two title once again this year.
Yeah, you would think they've definitely got a shot. You go through this, they play a big schedule, and it's a grinder of a conference right now.
Thompson swings and misses at that 3-2 pitch. He goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. They'll bring up Justin Ruthroff.
But yeah, I was just thinking on the way here today, just the
amount of talent.
The number of, and we're not talking about going to D2s and D3s. There's plenty of those guys too, but just D1. We're talking about South Carolina, who's won an NCAA title. Talking about minor league base. We're talking about Georgia Tech in the ACC. IU's been unbelievably successful the last few years in the Big Ten and nationally.
Ruthroff hits a fly ball to center field. Chris Johnson trips and makes a diving attempt as he was falling down and makes the catch. What a play there by Chris Johnson. Looked like it was going to be a routine out, and he lost his footing and kind of dived forward and made a real nice catch.
Yeah, he lost his balance, and still you can see his head never left the ball and was able to reach up from his knees and make the catch. I think the Pirates would have liked to have made that catch last week against the Cubs. It looked similar, except he had a beat on the ball the whole time.
So quickly, 2 outs in the inning as Dawson bunts that one down the third base line. Batisatos comes off the hill, picks it up with his bare hand, but no play over at first. A bunt infield single for Chase Dawson. Yeah,
there's not much you're going to do with that with his speed. He put that in a great spot between the triangle between first, third, and the pitcher's mound.
So Dawson 2 for 2 on the day. He's going to be a candidate, I think, for one of the awards we're going to hand out in our post-game show. The Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game, brought to you by Crowell Company's. Offices open from 9 to 9, Monday through Friday, and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. One of 3 awards Tom and I will give out after the game as Batisatos throws over to first, almost gets Dawson.
That's a good move, yeah. Really good move. Might have caught Dawson by surprise.
Albamonte at the plate. Had a base hit and scored last inning. Another throw over to first. Dawson is back.
See if they get him going here with 2 outs. Try to get a runner in scoring position.
Dawson takes off for second. Strong throw there by Yules. Gets him in plenty of time.
Yeah, I wasn't watching, but it didn't seem like Dawson had a great jump on that ball.
So Dawson is caught stealing towards second base to end the inning. Andrean not able to add on to their lead. We're going to the bottom of the second. It's still 59ers 3. Hobart's coming to bat. They have 2 runs. We'll be back with the bottom of the second here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Regionsports.com.
Morris Baseball and Softball Center, a new baseball and softball development program in Northwest Indiana, provides instruction for aspiring athletes. The staff at Morris Baseball and Softball Center has over 95 years of combined professional experience, and they provide instruction which includes game-tested methods used by major league teams. Located inside Omni 41 in Schererville, Morris Baseball and Softball provides disciplined, well-organized practices and places players in highly competitive opportunities to achieve success. For more information on Morris Baseball and Softball, the phone number is 227-5250, and the website is morrisbaseballcenter.com.
Concussions occur when trauma to the head or spine temporarily interferes with brain function. Seeking medical care as soon as possible is important in making a full recovery and reduces the risk of developing long-term problems. The concussion clinics at Community Hospital in Munster and St. Mary Medical Center in Hobart have a team of medical professionals experienced in evaluating and treating concussions. If you have a head or neck injury, don't wait. Head to the experts. For a head injury on the field, the court, or the ice, the phone number to the concussion clinics is 219-836-4461.
And he smoked that one into left center, going the other way with it.
High school baseball action on regionsports.com.
Welcome back to this Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers presentation of high school baseball here on the Region Sports Network. Nathan Laird and Tom Bryken here with you at Hobart High School. As the Brickies come up to bat in the bottom of the second inning, they trail Andrean 3-2 here on regionsports.com. The strike and Ventil scheduled hitters for Hobart this inning: Carlos Lamar, Chris Johnson, then back to the top of the order with Tyler Kendrick. As Justin Ruthroff still on the hill for the 59ers.
And Nathan, I just checked the Twitter account. Munster got 2 in the first against Highland. They're up 2-0 going to the bottom of the second, or bottom of the first.
Say that game has a big effect on this one as well, as Munster leads the NCC, leads both of these teams here by a game as Lamar hits a shot to second base, but Chase Dawson is there for the first out.
Yeah, he hit it hard. Just had to be right at the second baseman, Chase Dawson.
I'm going to bring up Chris Johnson, the center fielder.
Chris Johnson.
Made a diving catch.
Yeah, that was interesting.
He
had a beat on it. It looked like it was
not the most graceful play in the world.
Looked like it was
going to
be routine, yeah.
That pitch misses low. It's 1-0. As I mentioned, that Munster game key because Mustangs lead both these teams by a game, so these teams are rooting for the Highland Trojans to pull off that upset. Munster's already had 2-0, as Tom mentioned. As Chris Johnson now headed this count 2-0.
Yeah, Ruthroff just missed on the first 2, and that one he throws for a strike right down the middle.
It's 2-1 now, the count. You can see the Andrean third baseman about a step and a half in on the grass as Johnson hits one past Ruthroff. Potkel's going to have to put that one. Oh, it's going to get under Potkel's glove.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to be scored a hit or an error here, but to me that should have been a routine play for Potkel.
Yep, and that's going to be scored an error. And I think that's the right call there, E6.
Shortstop, number 11.
Yeah, he charged it. He had a good read on it, it looked like.
And he had plenty of time to throw Johnson out if he would have been able to come up there cleanly.
Yeah, he just never got the glove low enough or anticipated a hop that wasn't there, not sure.
So to bring up the top of the order for the Brickies and Tyler Kendrick. He was hit by a pitch to open up the Bricky offensive output in the bottom of the first. He takes that first pitch high and outside for a ball.
Yeah, he got hit by a pitch on that back foot in the first inning.
3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Andrean. Is that one well outside? It's 2-0. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Brickies.
Ruthroff does not seem nearly as effective out of the stretch as he is in his windup. Even the velocity looks a little different, and location definitely different. He has a hard time finding the plate.
Takes a look over at first. Here's the kick and the pitch. There's
he dropped it. He dropped it. You got to run it out.
Dawson dropped it and would have been an easy play.
That was a smart play, actually.
He's going to get the force. I don't think he did that intentionally.
I thought he did. I thought I saw him peak, and the batter had initially not run hard, and then he saw what happened and put it in another gear. So
he gets the force over at second. Kendrick is safe at first.
Yeah, I thought that was a heads-up play. We just saw Rizzo do it for the Cubs last week. They caught a pitcher for the Mets, I believe it was. But credit Tyler for Hobart. He ran hard at first and beat the double play out when he saw what happened.
Side up Alex Batisatis. The Hobart pitcher hits another one too. Dawson comes up with that one cleanly. Makes the throw over to first to retire this side. Hobart unable to cut into Andrean's lead. We're through 2 complete. It's Andrean 3, Hobart 2. We'll be back with the third here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
McShane's Total Graphic Solutions puts your company name and logo on just about anything. We offer a full line of custom marketing products and services like custom imprinted mugs, pens, and magnets, quality employee apparel, with custom imprinting and embroidery, executive gifts, customer appreciation and gifts, and so much more. McShane staff can help you select the right items to help you achieve excellent results. McShane's 1-800-837-1400 or online at mcshanes.com. Strachan Van Til is a full-service grocery and fresh food store committed to the complete satisfaction of you, our customers. We provide you with a friendly shopping experience in a clean, safe environment. Strachan Van Til remains dedicated to the communities we serve by supporting organizations and events that enhance the quality of life, like Region High School Sports on WRTW 90.5 FM The Key. To learn more about Strachan Van Til, we are on the web at strachanvantil.com. Quality service and selection. It's a Strachan Van Til thing.
That ball is gone. high school baseball action on regionsports.com.
We move to the third inning here in the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers presentation of high school baseball on regionsports.com. Andrean leads Hobart 3-2. Nathan Laird and Tom Brankin here with you again. This is presented to you by the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers, the MVPs of MPG. The Strike and Vent Hills scheduled hitters for the Andrean 59ers include John Albamonte leading off, followed by Nick Potkel, then Kevin McCune. Facing Hobart's starter Alex Batistatis. So Albamonte fouls that one back to make the count 1-1.
Yeah, Albamonte looks like he's seeing it pretty good. He had a base hit up the middle his first time up to center field, and that hack there went straight back. He gets to see him again after we had a caught stealing in the first.
And he hits a shot to left. That's another base hit for Albamonte. Budgel comes up with it cleanly.
Right on cue, rope to left field. He looked like he was dialed in.
Second hit of the ball game for Albamonte. That'll bring up Nick Podkel. He walked, ended up coming around to score in the first. It's fifth hit of the game already for the Andrean 59ers.
Yeah, we talked about it. I think Batistatos does pitch to contact. Probably doesn't get in trouble a lot with walks and hit batsmen. Doesn't overpower guys with strikeouts. Relies on his defense behind him.
First pitch to Podkel misses. It's 1-0.
Yeah, he looks like he's getting a better handle on that curveball. That had a great rotation on it, a real sharp bite at the plate. Just missed the zone, low and away to the right-handed hitter.
Of the Strike and Van Til defensive alignment update for the Hobart Brickies after this 1-0 pitch to Nick Podkel. Breaking ball misses outside, 2-0. The outfield from left to right, Luke Budgelik, Chris Johnson in center, and KJ Hluska in right. The infield from 31st, Carlos Lamar, Tyler Kenjic, Mickey Wolf, and Donnie Parlock. The battery, Alex Batistatis and Josh Ewells. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That one gets away from Ewells. Albamonte's going to advance to second base easily.
Yeah, that looked like it was in the dirt. Advances Albamonte to second base.
So Andrean, the runner in scoring position, nobody out here in the top of the third. Had a one-run lead already. As Podkel draws the 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, he never really got anything to hit there.
Nope.
Almost pitched around him.
Second walk of the game issued to Nick Podkel. Kevin McCune, he had a big 2 RBI double back in the first inning.
Yeah, that was a rocket he hit to left field. But again, Batistatos had gotten behind in the count on that. I believe it was 3-1 when he hit that double off the wall.
Runners on first and second. Nobody out for the 59ers here in the top of the third inning. Breaking ball just misses high. 1-0.
Yeah, be careful with that. You don't want to hang it up there. Good hitter like Kevin McCune.
And that's a kid who's already shown some power in this ball game.
Yeah, he may do something nasty with it. That was a good pitch right there. Yeah, we're sitting directly behind home plate, and I can't figure out this umpire's zone. That was a good-looking pitch.
It's 2-0 to McCune. I agree with you there 100%. That one looked like it was a strike. And Batistatos turns around and throws, tried to pick off Albamonte at second, but nobody was there covering. And the throw was high there to Wolf, who made a leaping attempt from his second base position to save it from going into the outfield.
Yeah, we talk about the D1 trends here. Don't be surprised when Kevin McCune goes D1. I mean, he's only a sophomore, and bat number 4, he started almost every game. I think a catcher last year for Andrean on their state run. I mean, the kid's a player. He's got a big physical body, and he's only going to get bigger the next 2 years.
2-0 breaking ball misses high, 3-0. Parker Huddle on deck for the 59ers. Fastball misses. Another 4-pitch walk issued by Alex Batistatis. We got the bases loaded with 59ers. Nobody out here in the top of the third inning.
We got a courtesy runner for Kevin McCune, the catcher.
That's going to be once again number 1. Find my Andrean roster here. Evan Heilich. We have a meeting between Batistatus and his catcher Yules. Donnie Parlock's going to join that as well.
Yeah, Parker Huddle last time up in the first, ground out to second base. I think he moved the runner from second to third on the play.
Yes, he did.
He had a 2-strike count on him and did a nice job getting to the right side and moving people over.
A great RBI situation here for Parker Huddle and the 59ers. Again, bases loaded.
Yeah, no outs. He's going to get something to hit here. He can't pitch around him.
Breaking ball misses high.
Yeah, his breaking ball's been high more than low in this inning. He's been hanging it. He's got to be careful with that.
If my math is correct, that's 9 straight balls thrown by Batistatus.
Yeah, he's at 48 pitches now on the bottom or top of the third. He got away with one there. That was a good pitch. That was a fastball right down the middle.
Huddle fouls that one into the JV game.
Yeah, what a setup having these two fields next to each other.
I have a full infield meeting now on the hill for the Hobart Brickies. And Dave Pischer's going to talk to Parker Huddle as well. We mentioned some of the awards we're going to hand out, including the Crowd Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. We're also going to have the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by Berry Brothers, located 1/2 mile north of 8094 on Indianapolis Boulevard in Hammond. Your home for quality work and safety footwear and apparel. And that award isn't for the player who fills up the scorebook with all the great stats and everything like that. It does all the little things to help his team have success in the ball game.
And all good teams have a couple of those guys.
Yep.
You were talking about kids in college. I believe Chase Dawson's going to Valparaiso. That's another D1 program. Had some success. I was there a couple years ago watching the, was it Kentucky and I can't remember. It was at Railcat Stadium was when Purdue was really good. The 22-inning game.
Yep, I remember that one.
I think the Purdue Valpo game started at 10:30 that night.
Oh, goodness.
That was a great atmosphere to get I think it was a regional to get it up here in the north. Don't see that very often.
That 1-1 pitch from Batistatus almost hits Parker Huddle. He's able to get out of the way just in time. It's 2-1.
It was Kent State. Kentucky and Kent State was that game. 19 or 20 innings, I lost track. I stayed for all of them, but I don't remember.
Huddle fouls that one back to the fence. 2-2. He's mad at himself on that one.
But yeah, Chase Dawson, I believe, is going to Valparaiso. My alma mater,
His
Crusader.
His teammate from the Gridiron, Jake Puig, is going to be headed there next year as well to play quarterback for the Crusaders. Breaking ball 2-2 misses, 3-2.
Yeah, Valpo's back to recruiting this area again in all sports. Highlands Eric Rentschler, a offensive lineman guard. He's going there next year also.
There's a ground ball past the third baseman. One run is going to score. A second run is going to score. That one gets past Budgelik, but they're going to hold the courtesy runner at third base. A 2 RBI single by Parker Huddle, and it's 5-2 59ers.
Yeah, he got an inside pitch, just turned on it, and the third baseman was in on the grass, couldn't react to it between him and the line, and ended up in left field, stand-up double.
Third baseman, number 5.
That's a double for Parker Huddle, as Tom mentioned. He was able to move to second base, so 2 RBIs on that one as well. He's making himself a case to be the Lantern Man Superhero of the Game, as Noah Davis swinging at the first pitch fouls that one back.
Yeah, it's amazing how good the hitters are getting now. When you see kids, miss with a fastball up or in the wrong location, they're getting hit now. Just the quality of play is definitely better than it's been in recent years.
Davis to fly ball to center field. Chris Johnson is going back. He's going to make the catch, but that's going to be deep enough to not only score the run Heilich from third, But Huddle's going to advance into third base, so a sac fly there for Noah Davis to make this a 6-2 ball game.
That ball was hit pretty good. Center fielder really had to get on his horse to go get it.
That's first out of the inning as Stone Brogan will come up to the plate with a runner on third and just that one out.
Yeah, another 3 spot here in the third to make it 6 total for Andrean to go up 6-2.
6 runs on 6 hits for Andrean, 2 runs on 1 hit for the Brickies here on the top of this third inning. Brogan swinging at the first pitch, fouls that one back.
Still only 1 out with a man on third.
Andrean has a great opportunity to add on to this 4-run lead.
Hobart just made a defensive move to bring their infield to the grass.
Brogan shows bunt but pulls it back on that breaking ball that misses low and outside. It's 1-1.
Yeah, you're being generous saying it missed low and outside. I'm not sure it missed. That was a good pitch.
It was close.
If you're a pitcher,
I'm with you there. I can't.
You're a pitcher you wanted,
Yep.
that's for sure.
That bunt attempt is fouled. 1-2. Not only is this the second time Andrean's put up 3 runs in an inning, but in both 3-run innings, it's the first 3 in the batting order that have gone on and scored.
Yeah, they're making things happen.
That
Another
ball
good
is
pitch.
popped up. Badasada's going to come off the mound and take it himself for the second out.
That was a good pitch. Curveball in on the hands.
And that is a huge out here for the Hobart defense, as that'll bring up Clay Thompson. He struck out last inning. That's a big out because that takes away another sac fly opportunity.
You know, he got the pop-up in the infield in the first inning to get out of it, too. To get the second out was a pop-up. Infield fly balls can be a pitcher's friend. Easy plays.
As Thompson swings at that one, fouls it down the first baseline. As Jacob Mummy warms up in the Hobart bullpen down that right field line.
Yeah, Batistados is at 60 total pitches now.
Fastball on 0-1. It's called a strike. It's 0-2.
You know, and he's going to be back at the top of this order again real soon in 2 batters, so that'd be the 3rd time around.
Thompson hits a little. Oh, that's
It
going
was
to be
off
called
his
foul.
foot.
Yep.
Yeah, it was off his foot. But yeah, 3rd time around, in only the 4th inning, he's going to catch the top of the order. And like you said, the top of the order is doing some damage.
Yeah. You look at the top of the order for Andrean. Chase Dawson's 2 for 2. John Albamonte's 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Nick Podkel is drawn 2 walks. Kevin McCune is 1 for 1 with a double and 2 RBIs. As Thompson's just got a piece of that one. So there's not an out in those first 4 hitters for the Andrean 59ers.
Yeah, and we're at the 8th spot right now for Andrean, so they're going to be up in that next inning, so Hobart might want to bring another pitcher, just change things up.
There's a strikeout. Clay Thompson goes down swinging for the 2nd time in this ballgame, but Andrean puts up another 3 spot in this ballgame. After 2.5, they lead Hobart 6-2. We'll be back on the other side of this timeout with the bottom of the 3rd inning here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Regionsports.com. Tonight's game is being underwritten by your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agents in Lake County. Different drivers require different kinds of car insurance. Coverage from house to house isn't always the same, and life policies vary too. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Lake County is proud to, in part, underwrite high school sports on 90.5 FM WRTW The Key. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Lake County.
Sports in the region are about tradition, and since 1946, Berry Brothers in Hammond has built a tradition of quality and service. With a professionally trained sales staff, Berry Brothers offers a selection of quality American-made work boots, safety shoes, and apparel. Located on Indianapolis Boulevard, a half-mile north of Interstate 94, Berry Brothers is devoted to providing exceptional service to ensure the satisfaction of every customer. Berry Brothers is open 7 days a week, and gift certificates are available. The website is berrybros.com.
And he smoked that one into left center, going the other way with it.
High school baseball action on regionsports.com.
We're in the bottom of the third here on this Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers presentation of high school baseball on regionsports.com, presented by the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers. The website, ChevyDriveChicago.com. Nathan Laird and Tom Bryken here with you at Hobart High School. Andrean leading the Hobart Brickies 6-2 here in this bottom of the third inning. Strike and Van Til scheduled hitters for the Brickies here in this inning: Luke Bajelic, Donnie Parlock, and KJ Haluska.
Yeah, Luke Bajelic walked in the first inning to get on base.
That's 1-1 now to the Brickie number 3 hitter. 1-2, fastball on the outside corner.
Sometimes you get that call, sometimes you don't.
And you hear a fan in the Hobart crowd yelling consistency, and can't say I argue with him too much there. It's 1-2 now. That one is a good pitch to hit as Bajelic fouls it back.
Yeah, he came back with a fastball on the inside half.
6 runs on 6 hits, 1 error for the 59ers. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Brickies. Breaking ball hit sharply to Podkul at short. Makes a throw over to first, but the throw takes Noah Davis off the bag. As we're going to score that one hit because that was a rocket hit.
Yeah, that was
too,
scored
Nick
a hit
Bob.
here, too. That was hit hard.
So Bajelic's on Bajelic. Bajelic is on base for the second time in this ball game.
Yeah, Nick Bodkul did a great job keeping it in front of him, then he lost track of it on the short hop.
And he
And
still
almost threw a
Yeah,
rocket to first, just pulled the first baseman off the bag.
And Noah Davis with the stretch just took him off the base, as that'll bring up Donnie Parlock. Takes the first pitch inside for ball number 1. Hobart looks to answer the 3-spot Andrean put up here in the top of this third inning. As Parlock calls time just before the pitch is thrown. He's granted time. Usually don't see it when it's time is called that late.
Yeah, it did seem a little bit late, but he obviously called it before the pitcher started his move to the plate.
Ruthroff, he's with the kick and the pitch. That one misses low, 2-0.
You know, it's important if you're Hobart just to get at least one run here. It's hard to give up 3 spots and not get anything. If you get one, at least you feel like you're still playing.
Parlock hits a chopper to the third baseman. Minalski has no play at second, but he makes a strong throw over to first for out number 1.
Yeah, that was a good play by the third baseman. He caught a little short hop, stayed down on it, made a good throw to first base.
So then we have KJ Haluska. Drove in 2 runs. The single back in the first inning.
Yeah, he hit one hard down to the left side.
One of just 2 hits in the ball game for Hobart. First pitch to him is a ball.
Again, that looked like a good-looking pitch, too. Didn't look any different than the one earlier. 2 batters ago.
Ruthroff with a look at second, then a second look. So Haluska hits one right back to Ruthroff on the mound. The runner's going to advance to third. He makes the flip over to first for the second out.
That was right back to Ruthroff. Didn't even hesitate. Came right to first base to get the out.
So the Brickies have a runner at third base, but there is 2 out with Josh Ewells.
Josh Ewells with fielder's choice to shortstop last time up.
Got a chance to drive in a crucial run here for the Brickies, though. That real nice breaking ball. Strike number 1.
Yeah, that had good rotation, a real tight spin. Broke hard. Josh Ewells, point guard for Hobart basketball. Probably not your prototypical catcher.
It's a chopper to second base. Chase Dawson takes a couple steps back. Throws in the dirt, but Noah Davis scoops it out. And that will end the inning. So Hobart gets a leadoff single, but they're unable to bring him around to score. And after 3 complete, it is Andrean 6, Hobart 2. We'll be back with the 4th inning here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Regionsports.com. Misprint can help your team's identification with team banners, trading cards, personalized team posters, stickers, decals, and fundraising ideas too. Misprint has 2 locations, 8244 Calumet Avenue in Munster, and in Hammond at 6931 Calumet Avenue. Both locations open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and in Munster, Saturdays till noon. Online, it's misprintusa.com. Misprint in Munster and Hammond for custom print, designs, and signs. Your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are proud to be contributing members of the community here in Northwest Indiana. Your local Chevy dealers also pride themselves on their commitment to help you find a vehicle of your choice at a Chevy dealer near you. Our website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. Once again, that's ChevyDriveChicago.com. We look forward to serving you. Chevy runs deep.
High school baseball action on RegionSports.com.
Welcome back to the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers presentation of high school baseball here on RegionSports.com. Website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. Nathan Laird and Tom Branken here with you. Hobart and Andrean in NCC showdown. After 3 complete, it's Andrean 6, Hobart 2.
Yeah, like we thought of coming out of that last inning, we got a pitching change. Jacob Mummy goes to the mound for the Hobart Brickies. Alex Batistados goes to second base. Andrean will be coming up for the, 3rd time through the order here in this inning?
Yep.
9-1-2.
Make the changes on our Strack and Van Til defensive alignment sheets. But Tom, you brought up a great point that the top of the order has really hit. He really hit Batistados hard the first few times through the order, and if Hobart wants to stay in this ball game,
and if nothing else, sometimes just a change is good because they saw the ball well. They all put the ball in play, and we're hitting the ball pretty hard. He wasn't fooling them.
So the scheduled hitters for the 59ers in this inning. Justin Ruthroff is the number 9 hitter, but then, as we mentioned, back to the top of the order with Chase Dawson and John Albamonte. Breaking ball, nice one there by Mummy.
Yeah, it was a good-looking curveball there.
1-1. 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Andrean, 2 runs, 2 hits, and an error for Hobart. Here in the top of the 4th. Another breaking ball as Ruthroff hits a ground ball to Donnie Parlock, the first baseman, for an easy out, number 1.
Yeah, that was a good pitch there. He went inside with a breaking ball to the left-hander. A little ground ball to first base.
Let him bring up Chase Dawson. He's 2 for 2. Singled and scored back in the first. He singled in the second, but was caught stealing on a nice throw by Josh Ewells.
Yeah, he laid down a bunt there between home and third, and they had no chance to throw him out last time up. Does it again. This time he pulls it.
So that one's going to get past Mummy head first, and Chase Dawson's going to have his second bunt single of this ballgame.
I got to say, I love that bunt by the left-hander. Just get it past the pitcher. He pulled it to the right side, and the second baseman had to come in to make the play. You're not going to catch him on that.
And with Dawson's speed, by the time Batistados was able to field that one, he had no shot, even with the short throw over to first base. So Chase Dawson now 3 for 3 on the day with 2 bunt singles. That's a candidate for our Bear Brothers blue-collar player.
Yeah, I love that when they pull it like that. Nobody expects it, especially after he bunted to third base last time up.
Throw by Mummy over to first. Dawson back in easily as John Albamonte steps into the box. 2 for 2, 2 runs scored. Breaking ball gets him in the back. So Albemonte's on for the third time in this ball game.
Yeah, it was just a breaking ball that got away from Mummy.
So once again, the Andrean top of the order is getting on base and advancing. Runners on first and second. One out here on the top of the fourth. And Nick Podkol coming up to the plate. 2 walks, 2 runs scored.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten much to hit in these first 2 at-bats.
I think they
pitched
were
around
careful
him.
with him.
Yeah, really careful. And it got him in trouble because then he's still getting on base with walks with Kevin McCune batting behind him.
Be interesting to see what they do here because they probably don't want to load the bases for McCune once again. Breaking ball, another nice one for Mummy. It's strike number 1.
That was a good pitch on the outside half. See if Podkol looks to hit for power to the left side or if he's going to move guys to the right side. 6-2, I'd say go ahead and hit for power here.
Mummy steps off the mound as he was looking at Chase Dawson, the runner at second.
Yeah, I thought Chase Dawson was going to steal it straight up before the pitch was even thrown. He had a great jump there.
Here's the 0-1 pitch from Mummy to Podkol. Swinging and a miss. It's 0-2. Nice fastball there on the outside.
Yeah, he swung through that. He wasn't going to do much with it where it was on that outside corner, and he was looking to pull the ball. There's a big hole on the left side. The shortstop's holding on Chase Dawson at second base.
So runners on first and second. 1 out for the 59ers. Number 3 hitter Nick Podkol at the plate, but he's down 0-2 in the count. That breaking ball misses. 1-2. Try to get him chasing on that one.
Yeah, he just lost that and grip or pie. You can see he licked his fingers as soon as he threw it. Probably just slipped out of his hand and left it up. Luckily, he left it way up.
Yeah. Yeah, breaking ball up when you miss usually does not result in good things.
Yeah, there's a reason they say hang 'em and bang 'em, right?
Yep.
One and two, still a pitcher's pitch here.
Yep. 2-2 as that one misses. You got good speed on the bases for the 59ers. Dawson at second, Albemonte at first. Anything to the gap, scores 2.
And Dawson's got a great read on Mummy right now. He's getting a big jump. I'm surprised he hasn't stolen it just on his own. But he hasn't stolen third base.
Here's 2-2 pitch, breaking ball that Podkol hits to right field. Haluska is there to make the catch. Dawson will not advance. That's a big out there for Hobart.
That was a good play. It's a good pitch. He stayed away from him, and Nick Podkol tried to take it to the right side and hit it right to the right fielder.
I think we have Kevin McCune. He had a 2 RBI double back in the first. He walked and scored in the third. First time one of the top 4 hitters for the 59ers has gotten out in this game.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. When the top of your order is getting it done like that, it makes the game seem easy. You know, and then you even have Parker Huddle in the 5 spot at at least one big hit, I know.
Mummy takes a look at Dawson at second. Breaking ball, strike number 1.
Boy, Kevin McCune is a big kid, just a sophomore. Doesn't conduct himself like a sophomore. I remember watching, I saw the, was it Griffith Andrean in the regional last year? And it was the first time I got to see him up close. He didn't conduct himself like a freshman.
Andrean looking to advance once again to that Griffith regional, but they got a tough road through sectional. That's a pretty good Hanover Central ball club. They're going to have to get through once again. Breaking ball misses outside. They met in the opening round last year, and if memory serves me correctly, Andrean 10-run ruled them.
I think they did. Hanover's a better club this year than they were last year. They've grown up another year.
Yep.
Another area kid going to Nebraska and Wilkening.
Yeah. Breaking ball, McCune fouls down the third baseline. It's 1-2.
I mean, who would have thought of Northwest Indiana? We've just mentioned about 7 or 8 kids.
Yeah, going
playing
to
D1, big programs.
Big programs, as you mentioned.
From the cold snow belt of Northwest Indiana. But they're all playing elite travel programs all summer. That's where they're getting better.
McCune hits that 1-2 fastball to center field. Chris Johnson going back. It's over his head. 2 runs are going to score. And another 2 RBI double for Kevin McCune. It's 8-2 59ers.
Yeah, he hit that one pretty good. You could see Johnson in center field just turned and ran and couldn't catch up to it. He wasn't wandering back. He was sprinting, still couldn't catch up to it.
So that's 4 RBIs in the ball game for Kevin McCune, and boy, we may as well pencil in his name right now for that Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game.
Yeah, he's having himself a day, isn't he? We got a courtesy runner for him again. I believe it's Heilich again. He seems to be Kevin's official courtesy runner today.
That'll bring up Parker Huddle. He takes that breaking ball for a strike. As Andrean expands their lead to 6, 8 runs on 8 hits for the 59ers.
That's efficient. 8 runs on 8 hits.
That 0-1 breaking ball misses. It's 1-1 now. Huddle grounded out to the second baseman in the first, and he had a 2 RBI double last inning.
Yeah, he had that double down the left field line on an inside pitch that he just turned on. Hit it hard to the left side. Another curveball.
Another one that misses. Nice stop there by Ewells on that breaking ball that missed well outside.
Yeah, I wonder if he's missing or is he completely pitching around Parker Huddle with first base open right now.
Noah Davis on deck.
Because he seems like he's had control, and those were missing quite a bit, so he might be pitching around him.
That one misses again as Huddle draws a walk. Runners on first and second, 2 outs in the inning. And the 59ers with a 6-run lead here on the top of the 4th. Noah Davis steps up to the plate. Popped up to the shortstop in the first, had a sac fly to center last inning.
Yeah, he hit that one pretty good, too. He just missed it on the sac fly. Got the job done at the time.
Swings at the first pitch. It's a fly ball to right field. Huska going back. Makes the catch on a hard hit ball there by Noah Davis.
Yeah, that was at the warning track.
So that'll be the 3rd out of the inning, but Andrean tacks on 2 more. Going to the bottom of the 4th, they lead Hobart 8-2. We'll be back with that bottom of the 4th inning here on the other side of this timeout on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At the Crowell Companies, our customers are more than just numbers on a ledger or anonymous people who sign up online. Our customers are the families we see at the ball fields, the grocery store, and all around the community. That's because for nearly 50 years, the Crowell Companies have been part of the community right here in Northwest Indiana, offering personalized custom services that only a local company can provide. For home, auto, and business insurance, it's the Crowell Companies, 923-2131, and online at crowellinsurance.com. The Crowell Companies, home of the insurance superheroes.
Triple Crown All-Stars Baseball and Softball Academy in Schererville is a year-round instructional facility featuring a fully AstroTurf building for team practice, batting cages, infield, and pitching mounds. The staff at Triple Crown features years of professional instruction in hitting, pitching, and fielding for both baseball and softball. Triple Crown All-Star Baseball and Softball Academy is located at 2208 US 41 in Schererville, and the number to call to make a reservation is 219-864-0711. The website is triplecrownallstars.com.
And he smoked that one into left center, going the other way with it.
High school baseball action on regionsports.com.
We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 8-2 Andrean here on the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers presentation of high school baseball. They lead the Hobart Brookies, who come up to bat here. The Strachan Van Til scheduled hitters for the Brookies are Braden Nixich, Carlos Lamar, and Chris Johnson.
And Nathan, another scoreboard update over at Highland. Munster's leading in the bottom of the third, 2-0.
Nixitch's fly ball to right field, diving catch there by John Albamonte. What a play. That's a candidate for our Langle's Pizza play of the game, brought to you by Langle's Pizza in Highland, 2 locations in Cherville and also in Crown Point. Check them out on the web at langlespizza.com. You can also order online from the Highland location there, and the Highland location's got a new menu. Check that out at langlespizza.com. That'll bring up Carlos Lamar, lined out to the second baseman. His last time up, takes that first pitch for a strike. Breaking ball that Lamar hammers right up the middle for a base hit. Third hit of the game for the Hobart Brickies.
That was a great piece of hitting right there. He just stayed back on the curveball and lined it to center field.
Center fielder, number two, Chris Johnson.
Chris Johnson comes up to the plate now.
Yeah, Carlos Smart did a great job of staying back on that.
Johnson reached on an error in the second inning. Shows bunt, squares up. And that one's going to go foul.
Yeah, he reached on error on a ground ball to Nick Podkol. At shortstop last time up. I love how hard this kid runs everywhere. He just ran to first on a bunt attempt that was fouled, sprinted back to get his bat. It's little things like that that you notice when you're watching games. Kids don't think you always do.
It's a ground ball back to Ruthroff. Makes throw over to Podgol for the first out. And a nice stretch there by Noah Davis on a throw that was wide from Podgol to turn 2. Had to wait for the umpire's signal there. But Davis with a nice stretch to complete that 1-6-3 double play. So just like that, bottom of the fourth is complete. We're going to the top of the fifth. Andrean leads Hobart 8-2 here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hey, it's Tara for Christensen Chevy. Christensen Chevrolet is a local family-owned and operated Chevrolet dealership celebrating over 60 years in the community, serving all of Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland. If you stop in, you can see why families and businesses have put their trust in us for generations. At Christensen, we have an enormous inventory of new Chevys with all of your favorite models in stock, ready for immediate delivery. Because that's the Christensen way. We're Christensen Chevrolet, proud sponsor of our great local high school athletic programs on Indy Boulevard in Highland, or visit ChristensenChevy.com.
Strachan Van Til is a full-service grocery and fresh food store committed to the complete satisfaction of you, our customers. We provide you with a friendly shopping experience in a clean, safe environment. Strachan Van Til remains dedicated to the communities we serve by supporting organizations and events that enhance the quality of life, like Region High School Sports on WRTW 90.5 FM, The Key. To learn more about Strachan Van Til, we are on the web at strachanvantil.com. Quality service and selection. It's a Strachan Van Til thing.
High school baseball action on regionsports.com.
Top of the fifth here at Hobart High School. Nathan Laird and Tom Braken here with you on the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers presentation of high school baseball. Andrean leading the Hobart Brickies 8-2. We're going to have a pinch hitter to lead off here at this top of the fifth. That is Joe Rodish, coming in to hit for the 59ers in Stone Brogan's spot.
This is Joe Rodish. Pitch hitting for the 59ers. Number 15, Joe Rodish.
Brogan was 0 for 2 in the ball game. The Strachan Van Til scheduled hitters for Andrean, Rodish, Clay Thompson, and Justin Ruthroff. Dave Pishker talks to the home plate umpire, going over.
Yeah, he's probably got the same lineup card we had that didn't have Rodish on it as a substitute. That's probably the question.
Yep.
He's on their max preps. I saw him on there, but then the lineup sheets we had, we didn't have him.
Rodish comes to Andrean from across state lines. Hometown listed as Chicago on the Andrean roster. Takes that breaking ball inside for a ball.
Maintenance will have to be out tomorrow.
Fouls that one down the third baseline. 1-1.
Takes a pretty good cut. He's not going to cheat himself up there, doesn't look like. Rodish comes up swinging, good-sized kid. This game lacks a little bit of intensity right now. I think everybody was ready for, a nice tight game, and Andrean's been hitting the ball pretty hard and getting a 6-run lead here in the top of the fifth.
8 runs on 8 hits for the 59ers.
Yeah, I gotta go to her.
8 hits or 9? What do you got there, Tom?
I've got him for 8.
8. All right, good. Having some scoreboard issues here at Hobart, so I got to trust my book, which is always dangerous.
As long as you can read it, right?
Oh, even then, sometimes it's an
Keep
adventure.
a pretty good book, though, for those listeners out there. Yours is pretty solid. I could read it. I might not be smart enough to understand all of it, but I could read it. I need the technology to help me. I use the iPad.
That's pretty nifty there. So Rodish fouls that one back, but that's how you're able to keep pitch counts and everything like that. I've tried to keep pitch counts on a piece of paper before, and usually by the 3rd or 4th inning I lose track. I miss a pitch here or there, and then all my totals are way off.
Well, I get trained with the iPad. I use a similar system for the basketball season. So
Rodish hits a breaking ball to the second baseman, Batistatis. Throws over to first for the first out of the inning.
as long as you get the sequence of how you're supposed to put the stuff in, it's not too bad.
We're going to have another pinch hitter here. Tom Leonelli comes up to the plate, hitting for Clay Thompson.
Another left-handed batter for Andrean.
Thompson was 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And Leonelli hits a fly ball to right field. Right fielder's going back, and that's over the fence for a pinch hit home run by Tom Leonelli. It's a 9-2 ball game. That's a way to come off the bench and help out your team.
Yeah, that ball really carried. The right fielder thought he had a play on that, and it just kept carrying. I thought it was going to stay in the park. I thought we'd seen a couple balls hit just as hard or harder that it didn't get that deep.
Second home run surrendered on the year by Jacob Mummy. It's 9-2 now, Andrean.
Yeah, Andrean ignored him, too. Nobody came out of the dugout. Waited till he got in the dugout, took his helmet off, and then they jumped him.
That's got to be a first career home run. Then I would guess if they gave him that silent treatment for Leonelli. As Ruthroff steps up to the plate, Justin Ruthroff 0 for 2 on the afternoon. But he's doing a nice job on the hill. Hobart scored those 2 in the first, but haven't really threatened much after that.
Yeah, since then he's settled down a little bit, been throwing more strikes.
That pitch from Mummy is outside, 1-1.
Yeah, unofficially I've got him at 57 total pitches, Justin Ruthroff, and I want to say he had 26 in the first inning, so he's had an efficient couple innings after that.
It's a chopper over the pitcher's head. Shortstop comes up, but he's not able to make a throw over to first, so an infield single there for Justin Ruthroff. 10th hit of the game for Andrean.
Yeah, when it's going good, those just seem to find places to land.
Jacob Mummy made a leaping attempt at it from his pitcher spot. By the time Tyler Kenjic, the shortstop, was able to charge in on it, he had no shot of getting Ruthroff at first. That'll bring up the top of the order for Andrean. Chase Dawson, 3 for 3. Couple runs scored.
We've got a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Number 24, Albamonte. One of the other Albamontes.
That's going to be Joe Albamonte, yeah. As Chase Dawson's going to go 4 for 4. That one's into right field. Albamonte's going to advance to third. Dawson makes a wide turn at first. He's going to head to second. Head first dive, and he is in there safely A double for Chase Dawson. Aggressive base running there.
Yeah, he was looking for 2 all the way. There was no doubt he was looking for it. Right fielder made a great play catching it and turning his body and be able to throw within 1 step. Just didn't get it in time with Chase Dawson's speed.
It's Chase Dawson 4 for 4 on the day. A couple of bunt singles and now a double to add to that.
Now the other Albemonte coming up, John Albemonte.
That'll bring up John Albemonte. He is 2 for 2. He's got 3 runs scored because he was hit by a pitch his last time up.
Couldn't be 2 kids named Smith or anything, could it?
Nope.
No. Be too easy.
Breaking ball by Mummy.
God, that I don't see it. That looked like a good pitch. Guess he called it high.
It's 9-2 Andrean here on the top of the 5th, and the Niners are still threatening. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, just 1 out. John Albemonte at the dish.
So he's missed on a curveball high and that curveball low. Still only 1 out.
Nice stop there by Yules. As that fastball almost got away from him, and that would have scored Joe Albemonte from 3rd.
Yeah, he did a nice job getting out of his stance and getting out there into that left-hander's batter's box to make that stop.
Albemonte taking all the way there for a strike. It's 3-1.
Yeah, with Nick Podkol and Kevin McCune up next. You'd like to get this out, not load the bases for those 2.
Here's a 3-1 pitch, breaking ball. Misses for ball 4.
Yeah, that one might have been high.
Looked pretty close, so that'll load the bases for Nick Podkol. 0 for 1 on the day, but he has drawn 2 walks and scored a couple times. And Andrean with that 7-run lead, bases loaded, 1 out. We got to start looking at the possibility of the 10-run rule coming into play here pretty soon.
Absolutely, especially with these two guys up. It could happen sooner rather than later. He's got nowhere to put Nick Podkol. He's going to have to throw at him here.
Fastball in the outside corner, 0-1. And more action in the Hobart bullpen. Get a number for you here, number 25 for the Brickies. That is Alec Legg. So 0-1 to the number 3 hitter for Andrean. Bases loaded, just 1 out. 1 run's already in this inning. That was a Tom Leonelli solo shot.
And I got to believe Nick Podkol's looking to drive something hard here. 1 strike on him. He'd still be looking for his pitch. That might have been it. He missed it.
Fly ball to shallow right field. Second baseman Batistados is over there to make the catch. As Albemonte's going to tag, and he's going to score. Both runners are going to advance as well.
It'll go down as a sac fly in the book.
Yep. So sac fly there by Nick Podkol. That makes it a 10-2 ball game.
And on the throw to the plate, everybody advanced. So we've got 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs for Kevin McCune now.
And all Kevin McCune has done today is got a pair of 2 RBI doubles. He's also drawn a walk.
Yeah, and they weren't cheap doubles.
No.
One hopped the left field wall on a line drive, and the other one, the center fielder Johnson, took off on a dead sprint and couldn't catch up to it.
It's ground ball to the shortstop. Kenjic comes up with it cleanly, throws over to Parlek at first to retire the side, but Andrean scores a pair. And after 4.5, their lead is now 10-2 over the Hobart Brickies. We'll be back with the bottom half of the 5th on the other side of this timeout here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
RegionSports.com.
Morris Baseball and Softball Center, a new baseball and softball development program in Northwest Indiana, provides instruction for aspiring athletes. The staff at Morris Baseball and Softball Center has over 95 years of combined professional experience, and they provide instruction which includes game-tested methods used by major league teams. Located inside Omni 41 in Schererville, Morris Baseball and Softball provides disciplined, well-organized practices and places players in highly competitive opportunities to achieve success. For more information on Morris Baseball and Softball, the phone number is 227-5250, and the website is morrisbaseballcenter.com.
Jack's Warehouse, Northwest Indiana's newest indoor family fun center, is proud to sponsor sports on the Region Sports Network. Jack's Warehouse has fun activities for all ages, including go-karts, bumper cars, SkyTrail, laser tag, and an arcade. Jack's even has glow-in-the-dark mini golf. Located next to Omni on Route 41 in Schererville, Jack's has 6 party rooms available for events and parties. For more information, the website is jakswarehouse.com and the phone number is 322-JAKS.
And he smoked that one into left center, going the other way with it.
High school baseball action on regionsports.com.
We're in the bottom of the 5th here at Hobart High School with Andrean leading the Brickies 10-2. 10 runs on 11 hits for the Niners, 2 runs on 3 hits for the Brickies here on the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers presentation of high school baseball on regionsports.com. Check them out on the web at ChevyDriveChicago.com. My name is Nathan Laird alongside Tom Branken here in this ball game. Again, we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. The strike and ventile scheduled hitters for Hobart are it's the top of the order: Tyler Kendrick, Alex Badistatis, and Luke Bajelic.
And in the other NCC action everyone's watching, Munster leads Highland after 3.5, 3-1 now. And we've got a new catcher here for Andrean. Number 1, Hylek, is in for Kevin McCune.
Coming in to catch.
Looks like the rest of the defense is the same even after some of the batting pinch hitters. Fastball for a strike to start the inning.
Well, not a whole lot. Sometimes at least fairly late.
Breaking ball hit to left field on a fly.
It's going to drop.
That's going to drop for extra bases for Kendrick. Clay Thompson gets the throw in to Podkle, but a stand-up double for Tyler Kendrick here to open up the 5th inning.
Yeah, that was a hanging curveball. He just roped on the left side there. In the left field, easy double.
4th hit of the ball game for the Hobart Brickies. So that'll bring up Alex Badistatis. Walked and scored in the 1st. He grounded out.
You got to think Hobart's got to get something done here with top of the order. One, they were at the 2 spot now. That was your leadoff man who had to hit. There's another
First
base
pitch,
hit.
swinging base hit to right field by Badistatis. Runner's going to be held at 3rd. Wisely held. The runner's at the corners. Nobody out here for Hobart.
Yeah, that was a good swing by Badistatis there. Poked it through that right side between the first and second baseman. Hit it hard.
I'd make up Luke Bajelic. Walked and scored in the 1st and singled in the 3rd.
Yeah, he hit a rocket to shortstop, I believe, was the base hit.
Yep. His Brickies, they trail by 8 here in the bottom of the 5th. So time's running out. They just got to chip away at this 8-run lead slowly. Rocket to Noah Davis, who makes a beautiful diving stop and tags first base with his glove for a double play. Wow, what a play there by Noah Davis. A definite candidate for our Langle's Pizza play of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough play after you he's coming off the bag after holding the runner on. All his weight's going towards second base, and he comes back to first right on the foul line to make that play and then tags the base with his glove.
So just like that, there's 2 outs in the inning with Donnie Parlock coming up to the plate. Takes a breaking ball.
Yeah, that'll kill a rally real quick. Nice stop. Ball was down in the dirt, and Heilig made a nice stop, squaring that one up.
Here's the pitch from Ruthroff. And one misses. 3-0 the count. Boy, that play by Noah Davis, that saved extra bases and at least 1 run.
Yeah, that's at least 1 with the man on third at a minimum and the batter on second base. Big innings happen that way.
A 4-pitch walk to Donnie Parlock, so runners at the corners once again for the Brickies with 2 outs.
Yeah, that ball was hit hard. That's baseball. Hit a ball hard sometimes and doesn't work. You hit loopers that drop, so It's unfortunate for the Brickies here as they try to get a rally going.
Anyway, KJ Haluska, he had a 2 RBI single back in the first. Grounded out to the pitcher in the third.
Yeah, Ruthroff still only has 65 pitches total.
He's been efficient as here's a shot right up the middle. That's going to be the 3rd RBI of the day for KJ Haluska. As Tyler Ketchum comes home, he really got a hold of that one.
That was a rocket right up the middle.
Parlak's going to move down to second, so it's a 10-3 ball game.
And we've got some kind of a change going here.
I have a courtesy runner at first.
I believe it's 21. Is that the number for Haluska?
Jared Zanola is going to come in and run. It's going to be a pinch runner then, because can't have a courtesy runner for your right fielder if that's
right.
So Parlak, the runner, at second. Zanola at first. Josh Yules up to the plate. 0 for 2 on the afternoon.
They've hit the ball hard this inning, and they got 2 outs and no run or 1 run to show for it only.
Breaking ball in the outside corner for a strike.
That was a good pitch right there. Backdoor curveball. Left-hander on the mound to the righty batter.
Ruthroff takes a couple looks to second base, fires and throws that one, misses high. 1-1.
Love the colors of the bats this year. Easton's got this orange bat that I keep seeing all over at every field.
Remember Hobart had those last year. We did a handful of Brickies games last year as well. Breaking ball to the first baseman, Davis. That one takes a funny hop on him. It's going to get past him. A run's going to score.
Yeah, that was a bad hop there. That was a bad hop. He was down and ready for it. Went right over his shoulder.
So Parlak's going to score. It's a 10-4 ball game. I'm going to score that one in air time.
I'd give him a hit on that. He had no chance. I thought he was down and ready for it, and he had no chance. It took a short hop and went right over his head.
We'll give him the RBI single there to Yules.
Yeah, I'd give it to him. They need it. Need some momentum here.
That'll bring up Braden Nixich, the designated hitter, 0 for 2. Runners on the corner, 2 outs. But 2 runs in for the Brickies. It's 10-4.
Whoa.
It's a fly ball to left field. That one's hard hit. That's going in the corner. Another run's going to score. And Bob Glover Jr. is waving home the runner from first. Here's the relay throw. It is going to be in time. Great relay by Nick Podkul to get Yules at home plate.
Scored a double on the hit. That was a rocket to left field.
Yeah. So Zanola
scored. Then he got Yules was out at home.
Yules is out at home. He's 7-6-2 put out to retire the side. So Hobart does bring in 3 runs though, and at the end of 5 complete, it's 10-5 ball game. We'll be back with the 6th inning on the other side of this timeout here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Regionsports.com.
Concussions occur when trauma to the head or spine temporarily interferes with brain function. Seeking medical care as soon as possible is important in making a full recovery and reduces the risk of developing long-term problems. The concussion clinics at Community Hospital in Munster and St. Mary Medical Center in Hobart have a team of medical professionals experienced in evaluating and treating concussions. If you have a head or neck injury, don't wait. Head to the experts. For a head injury on the field, the court, or the ice, the phone number of the concussion clinics is 219-836-4461. Sports in the region are about tradition, and since 1946, Berry Brothers in Hammond has built a tradition of quality and service. With a professionally trained sales staff, Berry Brothers offers a selection of quality American-made work boots, safety shoes, and apparel. Located on Indianapolis Boulevard, a half-mile north of Interstate 94, Berry Brothers is devoted to providing exceptional service to ensure the satisfaction of every customer. Berry Brothers is open 7 days a week, and gift certificates are available. The website is berrybros.com.
High school baseball action on regionsports.com.
We move on now to the 6th inning here in the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers presentation of high school baseball on regionsports.com. Nathan Laird and Tom Bregan here with you. Andrean leading Hobart 10-5.
Yeah, we've got some changes for Hobart. They got a new battery here. Alec Legg, number 25, will be pitching, and Lucas Watts will be catching, number 17, and then Jared Zanola stays in the game in right field. Fastball right down the middle for a called first strike. Parker Huddle will ground out a double and a walk today.
Hey, got to make these changes on our strike and ventil defensive alignment sheets. We'll update that for you here in just a second. That's Jared Zanola in right. So the outfield for Hobart, left to right, Luke Bajelic in left, Chris Johnson in center, Jared Zanola in right. The infield from third to first, Carlos Lamar, Tyler Kendrick, Alex Batistatis, and Donnie Parlock. The battery, Alec Legg and Lucas Watts. As Huddle hits a sharp ground ball to Tyler Kendrick at short, throws over to Parlock for the first out of the inning.
Hey, he's coming in, he's pumping strikes here. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, he gets the ground out to shortstop.
Strike and ventil scheduled hitters for Andrean include Parker Huddle, who just grounded out to short, Noah Davis, and Joe Rodish. Again, those are your Strike and Ventil. That's Strike and Ventil batting order brought to you by Strike and Ventil, where fresh is more than just a word. They're on the web at strikeandventil.com.
Noah Davis 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. He's hit the ball hard twice, once to center and once to right field.
That pitch by Legg misses.
Really like his approach at the plate here for Noah Davis. He looks like he sees the ball really well.
Yeah.
A little bit of an open stance, left-hander. Looks strong. Bats in a great position.
That one's outside as well.
Yeah, I say the pitcher's throwing strikes. He goes 2-0. 3-0, I mean. 4-pitch walk. It's a kiss of death for me to say somebody's doing something well, I guess.
So Davis heads down to first on 4 pitches. That'll bring up Joe Rodish. Grounded out to short in his only plate appearance so far.
What's the question here?
As the Hobart dugout's questioning if that the umpire said that Stone Brogan would re-enter the ball game. Have a conversation between the home plate umpire and the Bricky dugout.
I believe this is the DH spot.
Yep.
Because he wasn't in the field, but if he's the DH, he didn't need to be. Umpires at first base dugout trying to straighten it out.
So in the ball game for Andrean, as we mentioned, it's a 10-5 ball game. Andrean got those 10 runs on 4, 6, 8, 11 hits. And the Brickies have 8 hits.
Yeah, it looks a lot closer. They bunched some together there in the 5th.
They only had 3 hits going into that 5th inning. They had 5 in that 5th inning alone. As Rodish stays in the ball game. Got a runner on first, just 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Breaking ball, nice one from Legg. Strike number 1.
Andrean's got a left-hander warming up in the bullpen. Can't see a number from here.
Swinging and a miss there from Rodish. Quickly down 0-2 in this count.
Alec Legg for Hobart's got to be careful here. Both those pitches were up. Yep, that was
That's
up
another
too.
one that's up. It's a line drive to center field right at Chris Johnson, though, for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, it's a good thing it was hit right at his center fielder because that was another fastball that was up that was hit pretty hard.
You got away with that one there as Clay Thompson comes up to the plate. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. This spot of the order last time, though, was Tom Leonelli. He hit a solo home run.
And then he gets taken out.
Yeah?
Tough.
Go out on a high note.
Clay Thompson, I believe, is just a freshman.
We'll check the Andrean roster, but I think you were right. Yep. He's a freshman from Cherryville.
Also a basketball player. Plays on their junior varsity.
That pitch from Legg misses up.
And Hobart's got 2 at bats still, only a 5-run deficit.
Yeah.
If they get out of this with a 0 on the board, only for the second time in 6 innings if they can get out of it with no runs scored. That's the pitch. I don't know where that's at.
Maybe a little high, I guess. That's close.
It's one of those things. He's sitting on the left shoulder of the catcher, and he seems to be missing the right side. Actually, as I said it, he moved to the other shoulder.
And that one misses again, so Thompson draws the walk. Davis going to head down to second. And that will bring up Justin Ruthroff. 1 for 3 on the afternoon.
We've got a runner.
Yep, we're going to have a pinch runner for Davis. That is Jim Rodish. So we've had a pair of Albamontes and now a pair of Rodishes in this ball game.
Just use the last name. It's easier. And this might be a substitution here.
Yeah.
I guess. Although he could return.
So 2 on, 2 out. Ruthroff takes that breaking ball high for ball number 1.
Yeah, Ruthroff last time up had that seeing eye single just over the pitcher's head, short of the shortstop.
Takes ball 2 on that one. And Drain's got 2 men on via pair of walks in this inning. But there are 2 outs, and it's 3-0 out of Ruthroff.
Yeah, with 2 outs, you don't want to load the bases when 4 pitch walks here.
Especially when Chase Dawson's on deck and he's 4 for 4.
Yeah, and he's hitting the ball pretty good every time up.
As Ruthroff is ready to toss his bat to the side in that low fastball, but it's called a strike, 3-1. And Drain crowd that's here does not like that one.
Yeah, if you're Hobart's Alec Legg, you got to make Justin put the ball in play here. You can't let him have a walk with Dawson coming up. Another good pitch.
It's 3-2. Legg fighting back in this at bat.
Runners will be going here. 3-2, 2 outs.
Number 9 hitter, he's the pitcher. Yeah, you got to make him swing. And here's a 3-2 pitch from Legg as Ruthroff hits a fly ball to center field. Johnson calls off the right fielder Zanola to make the catch. And that will end the top of the 6th inning. Andrean unable to add on to their lead, but we're going to the bottom of the 6th. They still have a 10-5 edge over the Hobart Brickies. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Tonight's game is being underwritten by your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agents in Lake County. Different drivers require different kinds of car insurance. Coverage from house to house isn't always the same, and life policies vary too. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Lake County is proud to, in part, underwrite high school sports on 90.5 FM WRTW The Key. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Lake County. Your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are proud to be contributing members of the community here in Northwest Indiana. Your local Chevy dealers also pride themselves on their commitment to help you find a vehicle of your choice at a Chevy dealer near you. Our website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. Once again, that's ChevyDriveChicago.com. We look forward to serving you. Chevy runs deep.
And he smoked that one into left center, going the other way with it.
High school baseball action on regionsports.com.
We move to the bottom of the sixth here in the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers presentation of high school baseball. Check them out on the web at ChevyDriveChicago.com. Nathan Laird and Tom Bracken here with you at Hobart High School with Andrean leading the Brickies 10-5 here in this sixth inning. We got a couple defensive changes for the Andrean 59ers. We'll go over those for you in just a second as Carlos Lamar steps up to the plate and takes that pitch for a ball. That's from brand new pitcher Jake O'Donnell. Takes over for Justin Ruthroff. He's heading to left field and taking Clay Thompson's spot. They're roaming left. It's 2-0 now to Lamar. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon.
Yeah, Jake O'Donnell pitches out of the stretch full time. He's in the stretch now instead of the windup with nobody on in the first batter of the inning.
Nice pitch there on the inside part of the plate. 2-1.
Yeah, we're right behind home plate. It's hard to tell speed, but it looks like he's got a little more jump on the ball than what we've seen from any of the pitchers today.
Strachan Van Til scheduled hitters for Hobart: Carlos Lamar, Chris Johnson, and Tyler Kenjic. As that's a ground ball hit to Noah Davis. Took a funny hop on him towards the end there once again, but
yeah,
he was able to move his glove.
Has he?
Nope. He's able to adjust on that one for the out.
Center fielder number 2.
That was a good play by Noah Davis. Stay down and ready for that, and was able to get the hop and react to it.
Then we have Chris Johnson. 0 for 2. Or excuse me, he's 0 for 2. Reached on an error back in the second and grounded into a double play in the fourth. Bunt attempt there.
Yeah, I like the way he plays. He plays hard. Looks like he doesn't take any plays off. He's got a decent approach at the plate. Done a nice job in center field. He gets great jumps on the ball.
Showing bunt once again. He pulls it back. Pops that one over the Hobart dugout and just shy of falling into the JV ball game.
0-2. We'll see what O'Donnell has here. So far, it's been all fastballs.
I guess he's going to come back with fastball once again on 0-2. Nope, breaking ball. That misses high.
Hanger. Might as well throw it on 0-2 with nobody on.
Yep.
See if you got a feel for it with the top of the order coming up.
Another breaking ball. That one misses outside. It's 2-2. See pitchers all the time. We talked about this earlier. They have success, being aggressive with the fastball in early counts and get ahead, and then they start dancing around, and all of a sudden it's back to even.
Seems to happen all the time in high school basketball this year, or baseball this year. Now he's got a full count. He goes from 0-2 to getting fine with 2 curveballs, and he misses with a fastball up. He's got a 3-2 count now. So start charting that.
Full count to, that would be interesting. Full count to Johnson, the number 9 hitter. There's another fastball. That one's popped up. Nick Potkold camps underneath it for the second out.
Yeah, we should start tracking that. I'm curious how often guys go from 0-2 to 3-2.
3-2.
Seems like it happens too many times, really.
And it's not from missing with their best pitch just barely. It's they try to get a guy swinging at something in the dirt or chasing something outside.
It's almost like you go 0-2, you try on 1, and you get 1-2. I'd rather see guys come back with their strength, and if they hit it, they hit it. Because then they get defensive after that 2-2.
Breaking ball misses high to Tyler Kenjic. We're at the top of the Bricky batting order. Tyler Kenjic was hit by a pitch in the first, grounded into a fielder's choice in the second, and doubled last hit in 1 of 3, and he also came in 1 of 3 Bricky runs. It's that one high up into the air, but that stays in the infield. Potko once again calls off the third baseman and makes the catch for an easy 1-2-3 inning there for Jake O'Donnell. We're through 6 complete. We're going to the 7th. It is Andrean 10, Hobart 5 here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
RegionSports.com.
At the Crowell Companies, our customers are more than just numbers on a ledger or anonymous people who sign up online. Our customers are the families we see at the ball fields, the grocery store, and all around the community. That's because for nearly 50 years, the Crowell Companies have been part of the community right here in Northwest Indiana, offering personalized custom services that only a local company can provide. For home, auto, and business insurance, it's the Crowell Companies, 923-2131. And online at crowellinsurance.com. The Crowell Companies, home of the insurance superheroes.
Strachan Van Til is a full-service grocery and fresh food store committed to the complete satisfaction of you, our customers. We provide you with a friendly shopping experience in a clean, safe environment. Strachan Van Til remains dedicated to the communities we serve by supporting organizations and events that enhance the quality of life, like Region High School Sports on WRTW 90.5 FM The Key. To learn more about Strachan Van Til, we are on the web at strachanvantil.com. Quality service and selection. It's a Strachan Van Til thing.
High school baseball action on RegionSports.com.
Top of the 7th here at Hobart High School in the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers presentation of high school baseball. Andrean leading the Hobart Brickies 10-5 here in this NCC showdown. A big conference game here for both teams if they want to keep pace with the Munster Mustangs, who was leading the Highland Trojans. They were leading the Highland Trojans 3-1.
Yeah, it's now 4-1, top of the 6th over at Highland. Munster leading Highland Trojans.
Nathan Laird and Tom Braken here with you. Both teams are chasing the Mustangs in those standings. It's getting late, though, as Chase Dawson hits a shot right up the middle. A 5-for-5 day for Chase Dawson.
Not a bad day. Yeah, that was rope, too. He's hit the ball hard, except for the bunt. He had two bunts. That was a line drive to center there.
So Dawson singled in the first, had a bunt single in the second, a bunt single in the fourth, doubled in the fifth, and now a real hard hit single up the middle here in the 7th. We'll be talking about him in the post-game show, I think, when we come time to name
Showed
our
his
awards.
speed on the double.
Yep.
I mean, he's had all his tools working today.
We got 3 awards to name in the postgame. The Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game, the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player, and the Langle's Pizza Player of the Game. John Albamonte's at the plate. He's 2 for 2. 3 runs scored. He's been hit by a pitch and he walked. Breaking ball misses high.
Andrean with 12 hits on the day. Hobart's got 8. And say 5 of those came in the 5th, right?
Yep. Almonte hits a fly ball to left field. Left fielder Vigilic charges in to make the catch. So Almonte's retired for the first time today.
Yeah, it looked like he caught that off the end of the bat. Just didn't sound right. He might have been out ahead of it.
Then we have Nick Podcool. Pair of walks. He flew out to right, and then he had a sacrifice fly RBI his last time up. He's got a couple runs scored as well. He's showing bunt here. I have to imagine he's going to pull that back, though.
I would think, or just he's taking on the first pitch here. He's going to show bunt, see if they do anything.
Leg throws over to first, but Dawson's back in time. Podkle once again shows bunt. Pulls it back. That one's over his head. Dawson heads down to second, but the throw skips into the second baseman, and Dawson's going to reach safely.
Yeah, that ball almost hit Nick Podkle. He didn't move. It was over his head, almost hit his bat. Interesting. Stolen base for Chase Dawson just to add to the stats today.
He's 1 for 2 on stolen base attempts today. He was caught stealing back in the second. So it's 1-0 to Podkle. It's a fly ball to center field. Chris Johnson
carrying.
Takes a few steps back, camps underneath it for the catch. Dawson's going to tag. He is going to slide into third base safely. So 2 outs here in the inning. Runner on third. That'll bring up the new catcher. That is Evan Heilich.
Yeah, he came in for Kevin McCune to catch and now to hit.
Kevin McCune had a great day at the plate. He was 2 for 3 with a pair of doubles, 4 RBIs. He also drew a walk. Another player we'll be talking about in our post-game show.
Yeah.
At timeout at the plate.
So tomorrow this game moves to Andrean, correct?
That is correct.
Andrean will be rooting for Highland. Doesn't happen every day.
So Heilich hits one off the fist, and Batistatus comes over from second to make the catch on that pop-up. So there was one hit for the 59ers, but they weren't able to bring him around. They still lead 10-5 after 6.5 innings. We're coming back with the Brickies' last attempt here on the Region Sports Network. The only
Regionsports.com. McShane's Total Graphic Solutions puts your company name and logo on just about anything. We offer a full line of custom marketing products and services like custom imprinted mugs, pens, and magnets, quality employee apparel, with custom imprinting and embroidery, executive gifts, customer appreciation and gifts, and so much more. McShane staff can help you select the right items to help you achieve excellent results. McShane's 1-800-837-1400 or online at mcshanes.com.
Sports in the region are about tradition, and since 1946, Berry Brothers in Hammond has built a tradition of quality and service. With a professionally trained sales staff, Berry Brothers offers a selection of quality American-made work boots, safety shoes, and apparel. Located on Indianapolis Boulevard, a half-mile north of Interstate 94, Berry Brothers is devoted to providing exceptional service to ensure the satisfaction of every customer. Berry Brothers is open 7 days a week, and gift certificates are available. The website is berrybros.com.
High school baseball action on regionsports.com.
Welcome back to the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers presentation of high school baseball here on the Region Sports Network, regionsports.com. Nathan Laird, Tom Branken here with you. Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers, the MVP of MPGs. And we're in the bottom of the 7th. Time's running out here for the Hobart Brickies. They trail Andrean 10-5. Strike and Ventil scheduled hitters include Alex Batistatus, Luke Bajelic, and Donnie Parlock. Facing Jake O'Donnell.
Still, the stat of the day is that Batistatus only has 2 strikeouts for the season. That's impressive.
1 for 2 on the day. Walked and scored in the first. Grounded out in the second and had a single last inning. Excuse me, in the 5th.
Yeah, that was a rocket to the right side, if I remember right, between first and second.
Andrean 10 runs on 12 hits. They lead by 5, and Hobart's down to their final 3 outs. That one almost gets Batistatus well inside. 3-1 the count to the Bricky leadoff hitter.
Yeah, if you're Hobart now, you just want base runners. You're not going to get it all back in one swing. You got to work counts and get pitches to hit. And 3-1, he's got to be boxing this one up.
It's fly ball foul down the right field line. We had a score update you saw during the break from Highlands. 5-1 now, Munster?
5-1, top of the 6th. And 5-1 after 5, I guess that was.
So a Mustangs win would clinch them at least a share of the NCC title. Batistatus hits a sharp ground ball to Nick Podkol at short. Bounces off his glove. E6 all the way on that one, but for Hobart, doesn't matter how you get on, you just get on base.
Exactly. You know, Nick Podkol kind of set his feet there, was on his heels just waiting for the ball. It seems like anytime you let a ball play you, you're in trouble. We've seen him today be more aggressive with those. That time he sat back, waited for it, and it cost him.
Second error of the game by Nick Podkol. Trying to bring up Luke Bajelic. He hits a fly ball to right field. That's going to drop in front of Albamonte. Batistados makes the turn. He's going to head into third base safely. Runners at the corner. Nobody out for the Brickies.
Okay, he just kind of fisted that out the right field for a base hit. Moves the runner to third. So you got first and third. Nobody out after the error to start the inning.
Second hit of the game for Bajelic.
Yeah, that's a good way to start an inning when you're down 5 if you're the Hobart Brickies.
Nice to see him get on base after that rocket he hit last time. That was snared by Noah Davis for that double play.
Like we said, just want base runners here.
Yep.
Now, Donnie Parlock hasn't gotten it out of the infield yet. He's got a fielder's choice and a ground out.
He walked and scored the last time up. Great opportunity for him to get his team back in this ballgame. Takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 10-5 Andrean here in the bottom of the 7th, but Hobart has runners on first and third. Nobody out. Their number 4 hitter up at the plate.
There's
a gapper from Parlock. Nice job cutting off by Parker Huddle to hold the runner at second, but it's an RBI single for Parlock. 10-6 ball game.
That was a great swing there. Parlock just saw that one all the way and hit a nice line drive into that left center. Scores a run. Keeps the rally moving.
That'll bring up KJ Haluska. He's driven in 3 in today's ball game, 2 for 3 on the day. He's also he was pinch run for one last time up when that runner came around to score. But again, he's got 3 RBIs. Runners on first and second. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th in this 4-run ball game.
That's how you start a rally. Just little things, and not to beat on it, but it started with an error. Usually first batter errors seem to score, and it did in this case too, especially when you're trying to close the game out.
Down takes a look at the runner at second. Fastball misses low. 1-0 the count. Can't see the Andrean bullpen from there. They got somebody warming up.
They've got a left-hander working. I can't see his number from here.
So Donald's struggling here in this 7th inning.
Whoa!
As Haluska hits a sharp ground ball up the middle. He's going to get they're going to hold the runner at third. But bases loaded. Nobody out on the 3rd hit of the day by KJ Haluska.
That ball was roped.
And I think the fact that he hit that one so hard didn't allow the run to score.
Yeah, and the coach at third is probably remember where they tried running on Nick Podkul on a base hit to left, and he threw him out from shortstop by about 8 or 10 feet. Don't remember the runners, the exact circumstance, but in this case, you don't want to make the first out at home plate either.
Oh, the hitter now coming up to the plate for the first time in the ball game is going to be Lucas Watts. He came in for Josh Eulis. And Eulis was the runner that was tagged out at home, and we haven't seen him in the game since that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wonder if he had the brakes on him. I didn't think he did.
Either that or it was a pretty hard tag applied on his slide attempt if he's got a little banged up on that one.
Yeah, I thought the coach had sent him when we looked down.
Yeah.
He was gunned out from short left field.
So Lucas Watts, let's get his numbers here. On the season, hits .220. He's driven in 9. He's hitting .220, but he's got an on-base percentage of .431.
Wow.
He's drawn 12 walks and 59 plate appearances. So he is clearly patient and takes that one outside.
It's a nice pitcher strike there.
Fastball on the very outside part of the plate. It's 0-1. Bases loaded. Nobody out. It's 10-6 Andrean, but Hobart is trying to rally here in the bottom of the 7th. That one outside. It's 1-1.
Andrean's just a normal depth in their infield here. They're just looking to get outs. Any in the middle, they'll look to turn it. Actually, on the edges, they might even look to turn it, too, in the corners.
They'll give up the 1 run.
They're going to trade runs for outs at this point. It's interesting, Andrean doesn't use the bullpen the traditional way. They stand on the back of the rubber and throw towards the infield.
Interesting.
Instead of using the home plate that's down there.
Watts fouls that one back. 1-2.
Not sure I've ever seen that before. But I don't have as many wins as Coach Pischker either, so.
Are you close?
Well, 0's close, sure, yeah. Just interesting. I've never seen that.
Yeah. Dave Fisher's got over 800 career wins, 4 state titles.
Yeah. That's like in basketball when I had to sit in the sectional game after Coach East did the first game. I only missed the varsity there by, 600 wins or however many wins he's got, too. A lot of legends in Northwest Indiana with a lot of wins, whatever the sport is.
Watts, it's a sharp fly ball that goes foul down the left field line. Bajelic, the runner, at third. Parlock at second. Haluska at first. Still no outs.
Got a 2-2 count here. Jake O'Donnell can do himself a big favor with a good pitch here. He's like that fastball on the outside corner. Let's see if he goes there. Catcher's setting up.
There's that 2-2 pitch. Breaking
ball. Wow.
Just got Watts going. Strike number 3. And it was close.
Some serious confidence in your curveball when you throw that one in that spot. That was a really good pitch. Real tight and froze the hitter. Jake O'Donnell helped himself out a long way with that one.
So that'll bring up Braden Nixich, the designated hitter. RBI double. His last time up. It's a ground ball that's going to get past a diving Ganalski at third. A run is going to score. It's 10-7 now.
Yeah, he hit that ball hard through the hole between third and shortstop. Scored another run. That's a good swing. He's had 2 real good swings back to back. That double was a rope in the couple innings ago, and this one he hit hard first pitch also.
Carlos Lamar steps up to the plate. 1 for 3. Still bases loaded, only 1 out. It's now 10-7. Andrean trying to hold on for this NCC win. Hobart rallying here in the bottom of the 7th. Breaking ball outside part of the
That
plate.
is a tough call right there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that caught any part of the plate.
Yeah, we talked about it. We heard some fans yelling about it. Consistency is what you're looking for, and I don't know if we've seen it today. Lamar falls that one back.
Came back with another curveball there. Jake O'Donnell likes his curveball. It's a good-looking pitch, too. Doesn't look any different than his fastball coming out of his hand. His arm angle, everything looks the same. It's a nice pitch. Tying runs at third or first base now. That's a little different than when it's at home plate. Anything can happen.
Lamar, it's a foul ball.
Jake O'Donnell goes curveball, and on 0-2 comes back fastball outside part of the plate. And Carlos Lamar does a nice job fouling it off.
Lamar's driven in 12 on the season for the Berkeys. These are huge ones here, though, if he can add to that. Pops that one up to foul territory. Is that going to stay in play? Catcher Evan Heilig with a diving stop. A real nice play there for the second out.
That's a great play by the catcher. He had a long way to go. We've got about 60, 65 feet to get to the fences from the foul lines.
That's another candidate for a Langel's Pizza play of the game. Especially in that situation like this. We're going to have a pinch hitter. Brock Bajelic coming in to hit for Chris Johnson.
You know, the little things, too. Jake O'Donnell came off the mound on that. Once he saw the catcher was going to get the pop-up, he came down and covered home plate. Heads-up play.
Brock Bajelic on the year, hitting .350. It's just his 29th plate appearance.
That's the 3rd set of names, right?
Yeah. Bases loaded, 2 outs. His Berkeys trailed by 3. Swinging on the first pitch over the shortstop's head. 1 run scores. They're going to hold the other runner at third. RBI single off the bench by Brock Bajelic.
Boy, they're hitting first pitch. A couple of these singles have been on first pitch. They're looking to get on ahead early.
So Parlock scores. Haluska at third. Nixich 2.
And we've got a new pitcher coming in. Can't see the number yet.
So O'Donnell comes out, and it's going to be number 8, it looks like.
Jaksich.
Luke Jaksich, a 6'1 lefty from St. John, a junior. You
know, more importantly, Hobart, by getting some productivity at the bottom of the order with the pinch hit and couple other hits by Lamar. And Nick Sitch is still on base, right?
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah, he roped it. Now you're at the top of the order. I mean, you're back to the top now.
Yeah, Tyler Kendrick now at the plate. They're going to be after these warm-up tosses.
Bases
1
loaded.
for 3 on the day. Bases loaded. His team trails by 2.
Tying runs at second. The go-ahead's at first now. Got interesting after all, didn't it?
This was a 10-2 ball game going into the bottom of the 5th, but the Brickies added 3 in the bottom of the 5th and 3 so far here in the bottom of the 7th.
And I think they've got about 8 hits just in those 2 innings.
They had 5 in the 5th, and here in the 7th they've had 1, 2, 3, 4. They had 5 here in the 7th so far.
Wow.
And they had 3 going into that 5th inning.
Right.
So out of their 13 hits, 10 have come. And we were talking in the top of the 5th about looking at a potential 10-run rule ball.
Exactly, yeah. They didn't give up. I give them credit.
I give the Brickies a ton of credit for
Well, Alec Legg did a nice job coming in the 6th and 7th and shutting things down, too.
So Tyler Kendrick up to the plate, 1 for 3 on the afternoon, but a huge situation here. Takes first pitch from Jaksich for a strike.
Tyler's got a rope double in the left field, too, earlier in the game, his 3rd at bat. So he's shown that he could turn on and hit something hard. Catcher's setting up away.
1 pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball outside. 0-2.
That's a big-time pitch right there. That catcher set up just on the outside edge, and that ball was right there. Could be the pitch of the game right here.
Jackson steps off the hill.
Got a lot of movement on his fastball,
Yeah.
Jackson does. You can see it left. Still don't know why lefties have more movement than righties, but it seems to happen.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one is high, 1-2. Tying run at second base, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Can Hobart complete this comeback?
Jackson looks like he's throwing pretty hard, too. Just shook off the catcher. See what he wants.
Breaking ball freezes Kendrick, and that will end the ball game. A beautiful pitch there by Luke Jackson. And it is final here from Hobart, 10-8. But that was a much better ball game than I thought we were going to get.
Yeah, that's what I expected most of the game, but Ruthroff got under control and just kind of kept Hobart at bay for a while.
So Andrean with 10 runs on 12 hits. A pair of errors for the 59ers for the Brickies. 8 runs on 13 hits. And they had an error as well. So that is our final here from Hobart. 10-8, Andrean defeats the Brickies. We got some awards to hand out. We'll do that on the other side of this timeout. You're listening to High School Baseball here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Sports in the region are about tradition, and since 1946, Berry Brothers in Hammond has built a tradition of quality and service. With a professionally trained sales staff, Berry Brothers offers a selection of quality American-made work boots, safety shoes, and apparel. Located on Indianapolis Boulevard, a half-mile north of Interstate 94, Berry Brothers is devoted to providing exceptional service to ensure the satisfaction of every customer. Berry Brothers is open 7 days a week, and gift certificates are available. The website is berrybros.com.
Your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are proud to be contributing members of the community here in Northwest Indiana. Your local Chevy dealers also pride themselves on their commitment to help you find a vehicle of your choice at a Chevy dealer near you. Our website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. Once again, that's ChevyDriveChicago.com. We look forward to serving you. Chevy runs deep.
Morris Baseball and Softball Center, a new baseball and softball development program in Northwest Indiana, provides instruction for aspiring athletes. The staff at Morris Baseball and Softball Center has over 95 years of combined professional experience, and they provide instruction which includes game-tested methods used by major league teams. Located inside Omni 41 in Schererville, Morris Baseball and Softball provides disciplined, well-organized practices and places players in highly competitive opportunities to achieve success. For more information on Morris Baseball and Softball, the phone number is 227-5250, and the website is morrisbaseballcenter.com.
High school baseball action on regionsports.com.
10-8 final here from Hobart High School. The Andrean 59ers defeat the Brickies here in the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers presentation of high school baseball here on RegionSports.com. Nathan Laird and Tom Bracken here with you. We got some awards to hand out here on our post-game show. We're going to start off with the Langle's Pizza Play of the Game, brought to you by Langle's Pizza in Highland. A couple locations in Cherville and Crown Point. Check out their menu, including a new menu for the Highland location, on the web at langlespizza.com. You can also order online as well from that Highland location. Just log on to langlespizza.com. Place your order. They'll deliver piping hot pizza to your door. It doesn't get any more convenient than that. And that, again, is Langle's Pizza. Tom, what was our Langle's Pizza Play of the game for today?
Well, in the 7th, the Hobart Brickies here had a nice rally going, and with one out, pop up against the fence. And like I said, it's about 60 to 65 feet from the foul line to the fence. And catcher Evan Heilich made a great play sliding in the gravel, I think, in the warning track there along the fence to get the second out and leave the bases loaded, and nobody moved up.
That was on a Carlos Lamar at bat. That was a huge play, and as you mentioned, kind of helped, didn't kill the Bricky rally, but it slowed it down a little bit.
Definitely helped settle Andrean down, too.
Definitely, no doubt about that, as Andrean held on for that 10-8 victory here in NCC play. It's now time to name the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by Berry Brothers, providing quality work and safety footwear and apparel since 1946. They're located 1/2 mile north of 8094 on Indianapolis Boulevard in Hammond. And who is our Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player for today?
Yeah, we had to go. We talked about it during the broadcast. Chase Dawson, the Valparaiso commit, went 5 for 5, couple bunts, couple ropes. He did a little everything. He had 4 hits, 1 double, 4 singles for 5 hits total, and a couple stolen bases. And then in the field, I thought he made a heads-up play. We'd have to ask him if we were interviewing him, but he had a little looping liner to him at second base, and he tried to get the double play by dropping it when he saw the batter hadn't exploded out of the box. They didn't get the double play because the batter had actually run to first. But just a heads-up play and something I'd expect the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game to make, actually.
And on that double, for about 95% of the players, that'd be a single. But Chase Dawson came
showed
hustling out of the box,
yep.
and he was determined to get 2 on that one right out of the box, and he did just that, turning that into a double. So, as you mentioned, he did a little bit of everything in today's ball game, and that's what the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game is all about. Again, that's brought to you by Berry Brothers in Hammond. Union Card is always worth 10% off at Berry Brothers. We got one final award to hand out. That's the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game, brought to you by Crowell Companies. They have offices open from 9 to 9 Monday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. They're the insurance superheroes. They're proud to recognize the superheroes on the baseball diamond. And Tom, who is today's Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game?
Yeah, the superhero of the game is going to go to the Andrean catcher, sophomore Kevin McCune. Had him 2 for 3, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs, and those 2 doubles, and he had a walk. But those 2 doubles were missiles. The one in the first inning, one hopped the left field wall on a line drive, and then he hit one in the third that cleared the center fielder. It's 390 out there, and it had to go about 380, I think. The center fielder Johnson just took off running and couldn't catch up to it. So 2 doubles, 4 RBIs, and he handled the pitching staff from behind the plate. So the superhero of the game was Kevin McCune.
Yeah, a real nice day at the plate for Kevin McCune, a definitely deserving winner of the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Again, brought to you by Crowell Companies in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. That is all the awards we have we get to pass out today, and that'll do it here for the post-game coverage. I want to remind everybody to follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/RegionSports, or if you're on Twitter, you can follow us at the RSN. That's TheRSN. Region Sports Network coverage of high school baseball on the internet at RegionSports.com is brought to you by the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers, the MVP of